Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Shop on TV with moi, Robert Locke, with an E. We've got to show for you tonight. Very, very simply, we have the Merlin Sweepies. If you haven't seen this yet, prepared to be razzled, dazzled and amazed. We also have an incredible way to clean your windows and your mirrors and things like that. And we also have a superb way to grate cheese and egg and chocolate and biscuits and all sorts of other things like that. If you want them grated, we've got the greatest solution for you coming up in the show too. And to take us through it all is the one and only Luke Campbell. Hello, Luke. How are you,
thanks
sir?
for having me again.
I'm so glad to be back. Listen, we've got a massive audience. It's an early days. It's an early new day.
That's it.
Wow, me baby.
Oh, we've got all three colours now in the Sweepie. So remember, it doesn't matter what type of floor we use it on: short pile, deep pile, rug, or runner. Great on those carpets. And look at that, creates that electrostatic charge.
I wouldn't even know the hair was in there.
You wouldn't even know. Look at that. Takes literally seconds.
Comes in grey, comes in blue, comes in red. You choose the colour. And for 20 quid, we also give you a complimentary multi-purpose broom that you can use wet or dry as well. It is fantastic. All right, let's go over to the windows while we just have a little looky here. Now that you're seeing there is the complimentary brush. It's on a slight angle. Which sort of helps when you're going up high and doing your tiles and things, but also it has an extra, a couple of extra grooves. It's groovy, baby, and that just helps with drainage and helps with drying. So you can use both of the brooms, wet or dry, but the complimentary one, that's kind of the one maybe you'd use wet most often, and the main Sweepies is the one possibly you would use dry most often. But Luke will get into all the whys and wherefores of that momentarily, folks. Start ordering now and be quick because the stock's going to race out the door. And now Luke has changed position. Now, by the way, apart from the fact that I've messed my back up and I'm going to sit on this chair for a lot of the show, I need to be out of the way because Luke is going to be racing around doing lots and lots of demonstrations. That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. Over at the window, Luke. Wow, me baby.
So remember, any type of window, shower door, shower screen, it could even just be a car windscreen, curved or pattern glass, frosted too. Remember, it's got that amazing silicone blade, so not only will it leave all your windows, mirrors, shower door, shower screen, car windscreen streak and smear free and instantly bone dry, but it collects all the water into that no reservoir.
Drips.
No drips, no spills, no mess. And all we do is just turn it on its side to empty it out.
Amazing. $39.99 now. It's a 5-piece set. Tell us very quickly what you get.
So in the 5-piece set, you're going to get your microfiber applicator, the 20cm large Aqua Clean blade. That's the big one. Okay, so great for windows, that's a mirrors, shower door,
your short handle.
You're going to get the short handle for the windows and mirrors that you can access and get to, but then we also
the googly eyes, the way the lights are reflecting.
The extension pole.
We've got an extension pole as well.
Any awkward windows that you can't reach or get to, it'll extend. But remember, we also include the Mini too. So the Mini, great for that shower door, shower screen, car windscreen, morning condensation. And remember, Rob, 5-year blade warranty and guarantee. Can't go wrong.
And because it's silicone, also, if you've got lumpy tiles or undulated tiles or undulated surfaces, not a problem. It will work just as well on them as well, won't it?
Exactly, yeah.
Right, now, okay, back to position 1, please, Luke. Please start ordering right away. And do remember that you can use PayPal Pay in 3 for purchases between £30 and £2,000. So that means that the Aqua Clean does qualify on its own. However, if you want to pop the brooms, the Sweepies, into your basket as well, and maybe the cheese grater, £4.95 P&P is capped, so you only pay that once per order. So in other words, I think they're all £4.95 P&P tonight. I'll have to check. So if that is the case, then you will only pay £4.95 P&P, no matter how many of those items you add in. Particularly with the Sweepies, it's so popular. Maybe get one for the home, one for the caravan, one for the office, whatever you want to do. With the Aqua Clean, we are very low stocks on that to begin with. It's the leftover stock from our previous airing. going. So you've got to be quick on that because that will probably sell out tonight. We couldn't get any more stock for this show. The same is also true of the cheese grater. We've only got a handful of these in stock, so have a look at this as well. It's brilliant. This is 2.2 million have been sold in this country alone. You put in whether it's cheese, whether it's chocolates, biscuits, you name it, and basically you turn it, and this is what you get. You get grated cheese. You get a coarse blade and you get a fine blade. The fine blade for Parmesan. So here's the Parmesan coming out, beautifully grated every single time. And the great thing is you can keep the Parmesan or the cheese or whatever it is in the container, in the cheese mill. You get a storage cap and you put the whole thing in the fridge, so it becomes your storage solution for that as well. Now remember, it's not just for cheese. Here we've got some crackers going in here and some regular fresh bread. Now if you've got fresh bread and you want to make breadcrumbs, very famous, very loud and swears a lot, celebrity chef suggests put a couple of cream crackers in with the fresh bread. It dries the bread out. Here we've got some Num-Nums and an Oreo cookie. So now you've got a way of being able to add toppings to your ice creams, to your sundaes, to your cheesecakes, to your desserts if you so desire. If you want to pop, I think the next one is if you pop a digestive biscuit or two into your cheese mill, then you can make your crumbles. Oh, it's egg and egg. This is perfect for egg and cress sandwiches or egg mayonnaise. It comes out so light and fluffy. A dollop of mayonnaise, pinch of salt and pepper, give it a stir, and straight into the sandwich and into your belly. Really is superb for eggs. And again, if you've got leftovers, you don't have to use it all at once. You grate the amount you need, the rest you put back in the fridge with the airtight seal that comes with it. And finally, I believe it is the digestive biscuits. There they are. And now that is a cheesecake base. If you're making your own cheesecake bases, then all you've got to do is add some melted butter. You can do crumbles. You can do it all. It'll grate pretty much anything. As long nuts. Also think nutmeg, so spices as well. The harder they are, the better. But from a medium soft cheese like a cheddar or a red Leicester, all the way up to any of your hard stuff, you name it. Walnuts, almonds, hazelnuts, pecans, you stick them in there. You can grate to your heart's content. And as we like to say, that is the greatest grater in Great Britain. 226273, your item number. Also just £20. Every home should have at least one. I think every home should have at least two, because you've got one for your sweet, one for your savoury, one for keeping out of the fridge, one for keeping in the fridge. You do what you want to do, of course. The decision is yours. But right now, I'm going to keep out the way here because it literally is, have about as much room to swing it as you. Well, actually, we probably would have more room to swing a cat if we were in a broom cupboard. Speaking of brooms, I've never seen anything work any bristled sweeping device work as well as this.
Well, this is bristleless, that's why, Rob.
Bristleless,
so
yeah.
The beauty of, because you've got no bristles, nothing can misshape. Okay, so with a traditional broom, they always
see that
misshape.
from further back. Do you want us to take a step back? There, yeah, look at that.
See that, how flexible it is?
Yeah.
Okay, so that doesn't matter if we want to clean things. Maybe you want to go underneath a sofa, bed, TV stand, armchair. So we're going to make a little bit of a mess. Okay?
A little bit.
Yeah, so we've got some lentils there, some kids with the cornflakes. This could be rice, yeah. Maybe the kids, maybe they're around the high chair. Now we're going to crush that in, Rob. We're going to make it nice and fine. Now with a traditional broom or sweeper, what happens is, all you're going to do is you kick the dust up. Every time you use the sweepies, everything gets collected in one single sweep, one single swipe.
Because it's full contact with the floor, isn't it? Whereas the brooms and the bristles tend to flick things around.
That's right, that's correct. So if you was like an asthmatic, you know, all you're going to do is flick all that dust around.
Yeah.
Now, the beauty is as well, a touch of a button, you can turn it into a little handheld. So now, you know, you can scoop that all up into a pile maybe, straight into a little dustpan, and
because the brush that comes with the dustpan, let's face it, how many times have you played the dustpan and brush game where you sweep a bit in and then you throw that when you sweep the next bit in and it takes forever to get it all into the pan?
Well, let's show you this, the glass. Now, normally, if you ever break anything, maybe a wine glass, a vase, a vase, the first thing we all reach for, first of all, the dustpan and brush. And then the second thing, the vacuum, because you never quite trust
there is glass dust in
and you can see the very fine dust, the really fine
glass
stuff. So remember, with your sweepies, in one single swipe, in one single sweep, you'll get all the fine bits, all the big bits, okay? I mean, Rob, I'll give you an idea of how confident I am that we've got all those little bits up. No sharp residue.
As you say,
left behind.
confidence is key here, isn't it?
Exactly that.
I imagine that you sell an awful lot of these to hair salons.
Hair salons, dog groomers,
Mobile
motorhomes,
hairdressers, yeah.
caravan shows we go to all the time because obviously they have the short pile, which they do. But what about a deep pile? It could be on a rug, a runner.
Sure,
it doesn't matter. Okay.
But again,
so
that doesn't even look very dirty. That carpet, particularly to me.
Well, let's give you a little test. Okay,
Yeah.
let's go for a little comparison. You know, when
Okay.
you use a vacuum cleaner,
All right.
great machines, all your upright vacs. But the problem
Well,
is,
that'll get rid of any dirt that's on there anyway, won't it? So, yeah.
well, the other problem is the weight. That's number one. They're awfully heavy.
I sat over, by the way, Kieran, I sat over here so you can ignore me and just look. You don't have to don't try and get us both in, otherwise.
Let's put this to the test.
Yeah, go on.
Right. So, regular vacuum at home. You use it, short pile, deep pile, a rug or a runner. Let's just go over the area with our sweepies that we've just gone over with a vacuum.
That was a £500 vac in its day.
Oh, sorry, that's so heavy.
Yeah.
So remember, the secret to the sweepies, doesn't matter what carpet you use it on, it's short pile, deep pile, it could just be a rug or a runner. We use short, sharp little strokes, and I'm going over exactly the same spot that vacuum cleaner went over. And look, that's all the hair that it missed.
Mad.
So if you've got pets, you're going to love it, okay?
And your
Whether it's a
vacuum
dog,
cleaner could be leaving all kinds of stuff in there that you don't even know that's still in the
I mean, look at that. I'll push it all the way over just so everyone can see. Also, Rob, in the wintertime, outside on the car, scrape the ice and snow off the car in the wintertime. It's great for that one job.
But great for conservatory windows.
Conservatory windows, as I say, you can turn it into a handheld
if you've
like
got a
this.
meat locker.
Also,
anything.
When you turn it
kitchen.
into a little handheld like this, excuse me for interrupting.
No, that's
on the stairs, the staircase.
Yeah.
And this is what I love about it. I don't know if the camera can see this, but you see right into the crease here.
Yeah.
Now, a traditional vacuum cleaner would struggle to get into this area.
Yeah.
Okay. So the point on the end of your sweepies, and this is the great thing about the point, there's no bristles, you can get right directly in to that back corner.
That,
okay.
I mean, ladies and gentlemen, it does what it says on the tin.
And not only that,
20
Rob,
quid. Buy now and check out straight away.
We could do the rise.
Make sure you get yours now.
As well as the flat. Okay.
And it requires very little effort. That's what I like about it.
Yeah, because it creates an electrostatic charge.
It's not the pressure or how hard you're brushing. It's the regularity of the brushes, really, isn't it?
I mean, look at that.
That's a lot. Where'd you get all that hair from?
Now remember,
your brother?
Glass. Remember, use it as a handheld as well, like you said, on the shower door, a shower screen, a car windscreen. So you just
swimming
take
pool.
favourite glass cleaner
For your swimming pool deck.
But what also you could use this for, Rob, is on a wet day. When the sun finally does come out, I say finally, you could take this outside and squeegee off all the excess water off garden furniture.
Can you do that on your car as well?
Car windscreen, shower door, shower screen, and you'll get perfect results each and every time. And it's literally any dirt that might get onto it, just give it a little wipe.
Yeah.
That's the nice thing about it. All right.
There's nothing to go wrong. There's no mechanism. It's super tough, so it's going to be incredibly durable for years and years and years to come.
You don't need a brush to clean a brush, if that makes sense.
No.
Okay.
And I was going to say, excuse my chair.
It's a squeaky
Now
chair.
you see, I could have changed the chair, but actually I find that I'm going to play with that all night now. So there's your main sweepies, okay, and you have a choice of either the grey, the red or the blue. But remember, you also get the Sweepies Pro. Now that's on a slight angle, and it's got it's got extra grooves.
Yeah, it's extra 4 grooves, yeah. So it's quad bladed, that one. That one's much better for wet work.
Right.
So you'd use that on things like bathroom wall tiles, you know, to squeegee all the water off. Speaking of which, we got these tiles down here.
Yep.
You can see the hair. Now, dry hair...
Yeah, it's coming over.
It's all right, we'll take our time. Dry hair is very easy to sweep up. But, you know, in the bathroom area, you know when that hair gets wet around the shower?
Yes, I do.
What happens is it normally clogs up the plug.
Also, I've just had a thought. I've had, when I get out of my shower, the tiles can be a slip hazard.
Yeah.
You can give this a quick wipe down.
You've got it.
But also, you know what? Because I've got hard floors everywhere and I walk around barefoot, when I've had a shower and then I go in and I put my shoes on and then I do my hair and everything, the dirt from my shoes gets on the bathroom floor and it makes the bathroom floor dirty every single time.
Every time.
Even if I've just literally cleaned the floor.
Well, look.
This is a great way of just
All that
mopping
hair,
it all up.
mop it all up. All the excess water you can put down the plug hole, and then that little hair then you could literally just wipe up with a soft cloth, sponge, little tea towel, just saves it going all the way down the plug hole. As I said, if you just want to use it to drain off the excess water, as I say in the shower room maybe, if you've got a walk-in shower or wet room, it's worth its weight in gold. It leaves the surface practically bone dry in literally seconds, and it's a quick rinse.
So that's a bonus. We give you that as the pro. We just throw that in as an extra value.
Yeah.
You're already getting the whole kit for a third off. It's normally 30 quid just for the Merlin Sweepies, and basically we're giving it to you for £20 with the complimentary gift as well. It is superb, but the stock is flying out the door. Please make sure that you check out as soon as you can. Everything is going to go right with this. I was going to say there's nothing to go wrong, but I'd put it in a positive way and say there's only everything to go right. And it's true. You get complete surface contact with the broom and whatever the floor is.
Yeah.
So no matter how small the dirt or the dust or the debris, it's going to sweep it up with
every single time. So it doesn't matter what surface. So we've got, like, you know, this floor here, this white one. This is so everyone at home, or the viewers, they can actually see all the physical dirt. Now what I'm going to do very quickly is I'm going to mix the crumbs in with the hair.
Lovely.
Okay. So we've got a really nasty, hairy, crummy mess there. Now that could be a hairy dog. Yeah, a hairy dog, a hairy husband, a hairy wife. We don't discriminate here.
No, we don't.
Okay. So remember, in one single swipe, I'll just cut straight through the centre of that, and look, nothing is left behind. Now, if you use a traditional sweeper, a sweeping broom, what are you doing? You back, you forth, you back, you forth. You've got to bring it all into one pile. You'll get backache, neck ache. Sooner or later, you'll get armache. I won't mention anything else. And like I said, with the sweepies, it's one single swipe, one single sweep, right direct into corners, edges. Remember, anything gets stuck in there, it's a flexible blade, so it brings everything. This could be against the skirting boards, maybe in the kitchen. You know, the kids have spilt some sugar, maybe a little bit of salt. If you live by the seaside like me, it's the sand. Okay. Also, if you've got builders in the house,
boats actually.
Yeah, boats. If you've got builders in the house, what it could be is plaster dust, metal filings.
Sure,
you know, you've got something simple. Let's make a mess with the glass just to show that again. So if you've got anything that's smashed or broke in the house, and you can see that really fine glass in there, guys, which you can do. As I say, you'd normally literally take an old-fashioned dustpan and brush, you'd quickly get the big bits up, and then you'd get that big, heavy, bulky vacuum cleaner out for the very fine bits. Remember, it's a Sweepies. We give you a 5-year blade warranty guarantee, just like the window cleaner.
5 years. For 20
years.
quid.
5 years.
I can't believe it comes with a guarantee at all. Now, what if people get this and they don't like it?
I mean, look at that. Look at that fine dust there. And look, every single time you will never get anything left behind, Rob. And as I keep saying,
check out, we've got over 100 of you with these in your baskets now. I think this is the perfect accompaniment to have with the Aqua Clean as well, because do you know one of the big sort of rages these days is the big walk-in shower, isn't it?
Of course it is.
So you've got the flat tile, but you've got this massive amount of glass, the glass screen with the shower screen. That's right. With the rainbow, what do you call it? The waterfall showers and all that. So this, you know, the Aqua Clean would be great, but on the tile, if it's a really big bit of glass to get up high.
Another big one. Everyone nowadays, they've got these really expensive landscape gardens, and a lot of them have these type of tiles. It's a big range. You go outside, but when it rains, they get awfully wet. They get awfully slippery. Take your Sweepies, take all that water and squeegee it into the drain.
Without having to bend down.
And that's it. You could even take the handle off like that. Go and do all the garden furniture, get off all the excess water on a rainy day. Maybe you've got regatta furniture.
I was just
take the glass coffee table, straight off any excess water.
Rattan or
rattans, And as I say, this is what everyone wants to see it on. It's the carpets.
It's the carpet.
It's the carpets. It's what sold it to me. Whether you've got a short pile, deep pile, rug, runner, it creates that electrostatic charge, and all the hair gets lifted straight up, okay?
Yeah.
And remember, you could just pick that up with your bare hands if you wanted to, place it in the bin. You could just do it into a little pile and vacuum it up if that's what you want. Remember, what I use mine for massively is when I take my dogs out, I've got 2 golden relievers. Little button there, that turns the handle off. Short piles. Yeah, he's a very good friend of mine, actually, Dave. Short pile, deep piles, I say, rug or run, it'll get all the hair out, but in the boot of the car, use it on upholstery, beds, sofas, mattresses. Your cat might just lay on the armchair.
Yeah.
Just quickly, boom, off.
And I used to be, I still am, horribly allergic to cats and dogs. And it is, I know a lot of it is the saliva, actually, I believe. Yeah, but it's on, when they lick their fur, it's all over their fur.
It's all over the place, it sticks.
And it can be just the devil's own job if you've got a real molter to be able to get that hair up, particularly off of your sofa, because this would work just as well on upholstery as it would on carpet.
Of course, yeah. So
it, you know?
basically, if you're going to use it on floors, okay, wood flooring, we can use it on real wood, teak, a laminate, or an oak. When we go on tiles, it can be a real floor tile, it could be slate, ceramic, marble, Antico, Cardine. It could be a soft cushion floor like we're using now, parquet flooring.
What about, you know, sort of treated natural wood?
Yeah, natural wood. It could even be stone or slate, something that's quite uneven. It doesn't matter if the surface isn't completely even. I've used this outside on concrete. It's great on concrete surfaces.
Really? And the concrete doesn't destroy
it won't damage the blade, it won't affect it in any way, shape or form. So you're using your driveways
and your paths and you know, all that
everywhere, yeah. So maybe you've been potting around in the garden or in a greenhouse. You've spilt some soil.
Yeah.
The soil's a really nightmare.
And what do you say? You say, "Oh sod."
There we go.
That's what it is.
He's got all these jokes. And remember, the machine takes a second to pick up and use, but the best bit, a second to wash up and clean. I just give it a quick rinse and a quick wipe. As I say, a traditional sweeper or broom, you need a brush to clean a brush.
Do you know what I'm also thinking? You could have, if you bought a couple of them while they're at this price, you could, and plus you'd be eligible for PayPal if you buy 2, or stick it in with the AquaClean or the cheese grater or something else. But I'm thinking for food prep, if you're a baker, this would be great for if you're in a commercial kitchen for wiping down the surfaces, the counters in the kitchen.
In your countertop.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
But as I say, dog groomers, maybe you've got a hair salon, maybe you go to other people's houses, you know, you're a mobile hairdresser. It's worth its weight in gold, which it is. And it is genuinely something that you'll use every day.
Can I just have a look at that little pile just down there, Kieran? It's sort of, from where I'm sitting, it looks a bit like Donald Trump. Sorry.
Well, in fairness, that's what the sweepies did. We took his idea and we built a wall.
Right, a wall between the dirt. Oh, very good. He's
quick. Nothing can escape. So basically, it creates that surface, a solid surface between the floor and the broom. So nothing gets past.
And because it's silicone, if it is, if it does have undulations, it kind of fills in the cracks.
Exactly. So any uneven floor surface, you know, because of the way the blade is designed, it will go right deep into the nook, cranny, crack or crevice. Even right down into the grout line, where a traditional brush or broom would, you know, go straight over.
When you've got 1 or 2 of these in the house, and I do think that there's and it's not just because I want you to buy 2, I don't care how many you buy, but I'm just thinking, I remember when I used to have to pick up my son's Lego bricks and little toy guns and things like that.
Well, you know, you stepped on one, didn't you?
Yeah, well, yeah, for sure. This would be great for that as well.
Yeah. So you could use it all around the house, as I say, whether you're just using it on the stairs. And remember, if anyone struggles bending down or with the lower back, you want to use it with the handle on the stairs. You can do. You don't need to turn it into a handheld. You can get it right into the back there, as you can see, and just bring all that hair directly out that back, and look, perfect. Nothing left behind.
Yeah.
It is one of the best brooms that you will use for creating an electrostatic charge, which it does every single time you use it, because that's what the rubber's doing. It creates that static.
Yeah, sure.
Everything just magnetizes to it.
So I was saying it was silicone, so it's actually rubber.
Well, it's like a silicone.
Silicone rubber. Yeah.
Yeah, so it just creates static. That's all it literally is. And all the dust, the dirt, the fine crumbs, the fine hair just gets collected
Yeah,
to
yeah.
it. And remember,
By the way, can I just say, sorry to interrupt, Luke, we don't have a lot of stock of the cheese mill. If you want the cheese mill, and actually also the Aqua Clean, they're pushing towards a point where we're going to be a bit dodgy on the amount of stock available. We are going to show them both again shortly, but if you've got them in your baskets, I really do suggest you check out now, because personally, these three products I would consider what I would describe as must-have items in the home, aren't they? Household essentials. Yeah. So we're going to massage some more hair into the carpet. That's what a strange job we have. Do you ever think that, Luke, when you're down on your hands and knees?
When I'm on my hands and knees, rubbing hair into
a carpet.
Yeah. So I should have stayed in school.
Do remember also, by the way, that because you need a £30 minimum with PayPal paying 3, with this you need to put a couple in. But if you are buying the cheese grater or the cheese mill, which I should call it really, and also the Aqua Clean as well, or one or the other of those, then you will qualify. As soon as you get over the £30 mark, you can spread the cost interest-free over 3 months. Just select PayPal at checkout when you go to pay. Can't use PayPal over the phone, unfortunately. Got to do that online. But if you are just paying by regular Visa, debit card or credit card, whatever, then you can just call us 0333 241 241. Right, ready to go?
Yeah, let's show you some more. So let's do the wet hair again down here.
I'm wondering how long it'll be before I put my foot in that bucket.
You're all right. So it'd probably be very hard for anyone to see.
I do apologise for sort of sitting over here, but there's not really enough room for the both of us.
Fine, Rob. Don't worry.
And I totally messed my back up last night. You can see that it is genuinely, I was told this, that it is actually a health and safety hazard if there are two of us. So I'm not just being lazy, because people, why does he ever get off his fat bum? Well,
so what we'll do is on the front
reason.
tile there, where everyone can see at home, you're going to see the big hair.
I'm getting old,
you can see this.
My back, and also I'm overweight. My back's not what it used to be, you know.
So what I'm just going to do is just that there. See all that fine hair it picks up?
Yeah.
But probably what you didn't see is the ones at the back. Watch.
What ones at the back?
Those ones there, Rob.
Oh, you...
Now this could be underneath the sofa.
It's Tricky Dicky. I didn't even see that.
That's the thing. You know, sometimes it's like, you know, the wood floors. In my opinion, the wood floors are the worst. Whether you've got a real wood, a wood laminate, they're the dustiest ones. They create all the dust, which they do. So the nice thing is, you're not going to kick all the dust up. You're going to collect all the dirt in literally seconds. As I say, sweep it into a little pile, turn it into a handheld, grab your favourite dustpan and sweep it all up. Takes literally a second.
I almost want to say you could smooth over a plaster with one of those. I'm not suggesting that's a use for it.
Well, you know,
it just looks like it's such a useful multi-purpose tool.
And the bit is, it gets everything off all the edges, all the corners, all the sides. There's nothing left behind.
And remember, you don't just get one, you get two. You get the Sweepies and the Sweepies Pro. And the Pro, it has a slightly curved end to it, so it's sort of more designed for wet use. But this can be used wet as well, can't it?
Yeah. So either one. So you can
Who cares what you use it for? You get it, you don't pay for it. It's complimentary.
Yeah, it's a complimentary one. So this is the one that you're going to use on the floors. This one's obviously going to get a more rigid blade.
Yeah.
So it's just better for getting into those corners, edges, etc.
Yeah.
The Sweepies Pro is just, as I say, it's just more of a flexible blade. If you want, I can take the head off.
Well, I was going to say, would you mind, just because...
Yeah. So what we'll do...
I love the sound of this chair, it's great.
There you go, it's like Christmas.
It's like if I were Davros, the way I feel right now, that's how it would sound.
So this one, this is quad bladed.
Yes.
So you've got 4 individual small blades there.
I see.
So you've got 1,
We're just getting the camera in.
2, 3, 4. We call this quad bladed.
Right.
So this is the one that we use for wet work, and you'll notice with this one the blade is more flexible.
Yes.
So when you use it in a bathroom, on the bathroom wall tiles, that blade gets tucked right up into the corners.
And also because of the angle of it, it's designed while you're standing for it to meet the floor or the surface, the wall, perpendicular.
And people ask me all the time, they say, well, can I take this one and could I use it on a carpet?
Could you take that one and use it on a carpet?
Let's do it, because it's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So for the folks at home that are watching, you know, it's up to you.
Hold on a
Which
minute. We've
one?
only got so many cameras. It does work. It does work.
Yeah, so you choose which one you know, like. Some people like the more rigid blade.
Yeah.
Others like the more flexible
And you
one.
can see that it is more flexible. But it still works.
But it still does exactly the same job. So short
if you don't
pile.
want to, give one away. But I like the ergonomics of that for wet work.
For wet work.
Particularly for the shower.
Hang it on the back of your door in the bathroom.
Yeah, yeah.
Use it for all the wet work, rinse it off, hang it back up, you know?
Sure.
It's like I say sometimes, could you?
Yeah, thank you. Oh, by the way, Roz, sorry, I know you were mid-sentence, but as you'd paused, Roz has ordered hers, and Ross has ordered hers. Hers? His, I was going to say. Ross has ordered his, and maybe Roz has ordered hers, who knows? And he's going to get into all the nooks and crannies, was he saying? Yeah. In the nasty nooks and crannies. It really will. It's, honestly, there's nothing this thing misses.
Don't forget as well, you're not just going to use it on the floors. Use it on the glass. So we've turned it into the little handheld, got it as a right angle there.
Yeah.
You don't need to apply pressure. From the top to the bottom, use your favourite glass cleaner. It doesn't matter. Depends on really what you like using, what you like the smell, but it leaves the surface bone dry. Excuse my greasy fingers.
Do you know I'd use this, where I would imagine using this as well?
Where's that, Rob?
Is on your cupboard doors. Because when you wash them
high
down,
gloss.
High gloss. And I do it. I sit down, and then I can see all of the marks where I've
the
used
marks.
the cloth.
You can use it for so many different things. Like I said, maybe you just got like a builder and you've been plastering. Metal filings, metal dust. All right.
Electrician, little bits of leftover wire and stuff.
If we have a nasty spillage, a breakage, you know, someone's broke something, your favourite wine glass.
Clubs,
bars,
restaurants,
clubs,
cafes.
You know, that's it. And remember, you know, you never spill the drink when it's full, always when it's empty.
Always.
Always when it's empty.
Yeah.
Right? So, look, I'm going to do two little strikes there.
Yeah.
There is nothing left behind. You can see where all the fine dirt and dust has gone.
If you've got
you can
kids
even see
and
it
things
sticking
like that,
to the blades.
babies particularly crawling around on the floor.
Yeah.
This is just peace of mind, isn't it?
But I always
pets
say, you
too,
know, the kids, up until they're about 2 years of age, what is it? They're crawling around on the floor, their fingers and toes are in their mouth and nose. And you know, at least this way, you know that nothing nasty's on the floor.
No, for sure.
Nothing sharp, nothing abrasive, no nasty crumbs, no bacteria. And look, just sweep it.
Well, hey, if you've got any questions, ladies and gentlemen, or if you want to see anything specific for Luke to try this out on, if we've got it here, where there's a will, there's a way. So just drop us an email, studio@shopontv.co.uk. Look, we're going to move back to the AquaClean, but before we do that, I've got to remind you of the cheese mill. This is a gourmet cheese mill, but it is for so much more than just cheese. I absolutely love this thing, I really do, and I definitely recommend that you get more than one of them if you can. So it's got two halves to it. You put the cheese or whatever it is you want to grate inside. Comes with a medium or a coarse blade rather, and a fine blade, and the fine blade you would use to do your parmesan as we're doing here, but also to do things like your biscuit bases, your chocolate, maybe put in some Cadbury's Dairy Milk or other type of chocolate and just grate that onto the top of a coffee, for example, or your favourite sort of drinks and things. It's just brilliant for everything. Then the big one in this country that people use this for is egg. We'll show you that in a moment. Here we're doing breadcrumbs. If you've only got fresh bread, normally you think, oh, I've got to dry the bread out. Well, no, you could toast it a little bit if you wanted, but if you put just regular fresh soft bread into the grater and a couple of crackers, it will dry the bread out as it grates it. Here we've got some M&Ms and an Oreo cookie. Again, great toppings for all of your desserts, your ice creams, your sundaes, all that sort of thing. Maybe on the top of some Angel Delight. Or you could use it as a garnish on cheesecakes and any kind of cake for that matter if you're a keen baker. But it could be any kind of nut or legume as well. It could be hazelnuts, pecans, walnuts, Brazil nuts, you name it. Put them in there, it will grate them all the livelong day. And when it comes to egg, you use this on the coarse blade. And the blades, by the way, are really, really easy to interchange. It's one little pin you pull out, change the blade and push the pin back in. You can do this, I mean, straight if you're making an egg salad. Perfect. Egg and cress sandwiches on top of a pizza, maybe, if you wanted to. And if you know enough about this, you're just doing it for one. You could actually just put a dollop of mayonnaise in that, and you've got your sandwich ready. And then digestive biscuits for your what do you call it, your cheesecake bases. You can do your crumbles, all the stuff you need to make your crumbles in this. It's just such a versatile tool. It's 20 quid. Again, it's a third off. 2.2 million of these sold in the UK, and with very, very good reason. Everything comes apart. There are 3 parts. It all goes in the dishwasher. Failing that, it's actually really easy to clean anyway. You don't even need the dishwasher. Whatever you want to grate, nothing else will grate as well as this does. If you think what you've got is great, I guarantee you this is greater. Ha 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 ha! Doesn't come with a ShopOnTV board, unfortunately. I wish it did. I like that thing. Right, excuse me 1 second. There we go. Hi, Luke. Now this has also been set in the phones alight. We've got almost 20% of the stock has already gone. That's just from a little teasy. It was the leftovers of the stock from the last time this was on air. We couldn't get any more in, so this will probably sell out tonight. Check out as soon as you want it.
So we're making a little bit of a mess on the window. This is just some hand cream. This could be kids with sticky fingerprints, cats, dogs, wet nose marks, mucky paw prints. Now we've got some hairspray there. Hairspray sticks like glue, sets like
Wait, do you know it is actually glue?
Rob remembers that.
I'm wearing hairspray
now. When he
yeah.
was spiking up his
No,
Mohicans.
I'm still wearing it tonight. I need a haircut. My hair's
So now remember, if you want to use a fancy chemical and cleaner, you can do. It's just not required with the AquaClean. All you simply do is wet the little microfiber mitt. Always take off any excess water, ladies and gents. That way when you walk to the window, you're not getting any drips. Now what I use is just good old-fashioned washing up liquid. 3 little drops is all you require on the mitt, and that's it. You go to work. You apply it to the glass. Any motion, that's up to you. You know, round and circular motions. When you just want to go up and down, back and forth, it doesn't matter. Don't forget the corners and edges. Don't be like a window cleaner and only clean the porthole. You know, do the whole thing. Now remember, see, mine are as bad as yours, Rob.
No, I love it.
This is the 20 centimetre aqua blade, and the best way to use it is on the glass, a little tiny little bit of pressure, only slight, and you just pull it straight down. What happens is all the water runs directly back down the blade into a reservoir tank.
So super.
Now just a little tip, if you're doing the glass, always slightly overlap the blade. So you're doing a slight overlap.
What's the width of that? About a foot? About
20
a foot
centimetres.
20 centimetres.
Exactly, yeah. And then pull it all the way down. That glass is left utterly and completely bone dry. All the water's got into the 1, 2, 3, 4 chambers.
Yes.
And to empty that out, all we're going to do, tip it on its side. And it doesn't matter if you tip it to the right or to the left.
Oh, but it goes both ways?
It goes both ways, yeah. Now, mirrors. Maybe you've got a wardrobe, bathroom mirror, kitchen, bathroom tiles.
Actually, that's a good point, because if you've got a mirror inside a cupboard or a wardrobe, you don't want to be dribbling all over your carpet, do you?
What about your cooker? What have you got in your cooker? Yeah, you've got the glass, we've got the little mirror to look straight through to the opposite side. Yeah. Or a lot of these fridges have the double-sided now that you can see through. Exactly, the wine coolers. So on your shower door, your shower screen, any type of mirror, and remember, the way we've designed it, it's the only silicone blade or squidgy where you can stop and start anywhere you like on the glass without getting any dreaded water lines.
Do you know, to be honest, even if you don't care about your windows or anything else, if you've got a shower and a shower screen, particularly if you live in a hard water area, this is the way to go. Yeah. Because you can just quickly squidgy down your shower screen. You're not going to get all your limescale built. You save a foot. Actually, when you think about how much those anti-limescale cleaners are, they're expensive.
And remember, it works just as easy when you extend it with your extension pole. Because a lot of people are like, well, surely it's not going to work as easy. So if I was inside the doing the conservatory roof, which I've often done, just rest it on, pull it down. You're going to get no water running down your arms all the way down into your underpants. Now remember, you can interchange the head to handle. So if you want to wash and can't reach, take your microfiber mitt, Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey,
Yeah.
simple as that. This will screw on too. So if you want to use it on things like verandas, you can do. Maybe you just want to use it on the mirror. It could be a skylight that you can't reach, can't get to.
Good point.
Yeah, they're
loft
awkward.
extensions, a lot of skylights.
Yeah, a
these
lot
days.
of skylights over the extension. And remember, there's a certain window that a window cleaner is illegally not allowed to touch.
What's
And that's
that?
the window above a conservatory.
Really?
Can't get an insurance to cover them to go above it. Yeah, that's why no window cleaner will clean
In
a
case they
window
fall or something.
above a conservatory for that one
Really?
reason. Yeah. So remember, if it's a window that you can't access, as long as you can open that window from the top, side or sash, you can place it out and now get access to clean the glass.
Just brilliant. We are getting very low in stock on these. If you want to get yours, please do check it out. And I'm not just saying that. Again, I don't get any commission on any of these things whatsoever. I'm purely saying it because over a quarter of the stock's gone, getting on for a third actually. We knew we only started with a small amount, and so if you want it, it will be one of the most useful things that you can buy, unless you don't have windows or mirrors. And if that's the case, don't buy it. But if, otherwise, it is, we believe, the best way to do your windows, to dry your windows, clean and dry your windows and your mirrors.
And remember, Rob,
You live
we
in a
give you
cave, not for you.
such a great package here today on ShopTV.
Yeah.
You're going to get the microfiber applicating mitt, so that's going to help you break down all the mess, the dirt, the dust, the grease, the grime.
Jackie just emailed. She said, "Morning, boys. I bought it a few
Morning,
weeks
Jackie.
ago, and I use it in my caravan, and love that it goes both ways." I told you. I knew that would be. Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
it.
Thank
you
you,
can use
Jackie.
it any
Appreciate
way you like, both ways. It goes both ways. I love it. But that's it. You know, when you start cleaning the windows, the mirrors, the shower doors, the shower screens, when you actually use this, it's weird. You actually start cleaning with a smile. I've never known anyone yet to clean a window smiling until you start using the Aquablade.
Yeah.
And honestly, it is streak and
It's like me with
smear-free
my
results.
Pulte iron. I just because it's so easy to use and so it's
Use it.
fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
And
You see this. I do my shower screen and I did actually when we lived in Peterborough. I did. Now this comes as a complimentary gift.
It does, but you know what you want to do with this? There's two things.
What's that?
Either keep it at the side of the shower door, shower screen.
Yes.
That's one. Or
Yeah.
second one, car windscreen. Because it gets right down into that crease, all the way up to the morning condensation. As she said, you can use it both ways. Doesn't matter which way you use it, you can go both ways with this
You can
machine.
use it one way one day and the other way the next day, if that's what you want to do. 199707 is your item number, $39.99 is your price. Please do check out. What we're going to do is we're going to take a very brief pause so you've got an opportunity once this demo is finished to actually check out your baskets, because I know Luke is distractingly handsome, isn't he? I'm sure that's what all the ladies are saying anyway. And the gentlemen too, maybe some gentlemen are admiring. I know there are maybe even some admiring me. Not the ladies, because I'm a lady repeller, but I know there's a certain subsection of the male community that seems to like me. Even my director doesn't like me. See, he's just cut me out of the shot. I've been edited out. I'm on the cutting room floor now. There it is.
And there it is. I mean, like I said, it doesn't matter what we use it on. Shower door, shower screen, car windscreen, bathroom wall tiles. It's just so versatile. Honestly, guys, if you order this, you won't be disappointed. It's something that you'll genuinely use every single day of the week, every week of the year. It could just be a glass coffee table, the shower door, the shower screen, the car windscreen, and look.
And just remember, ladies and gentlemen, that if it's in your basket, it's not yours, it's not held, it's not reserved, it's not put aside. If somebody else comes along and is prepared to pay for it, and yours is the only one left, I'm afraid that you're losing yours out of your basket. So do check out, get it while you can, particularly the Aqua Clean and particularly the cheese mill as well, because they are very, very low in stock. We'll come back with some more. We're just going to give you a chance to sort of not have to be distracted by us, to go and literally do the deed, pay the money, place the order, check out your basket, get yours now.
Shop on TV also broadcasts every day from midnight to 6 p.m. on Freeview Channel 89, with an even wider range of must-have products at market-beating prices. So, check your electronic program guide for the latest show schedule and tune in daily to grab the offers while they're still available. There's more to see with Shop on TV. At Shop on TV, our goal is to provide you with the best shopping experience possible. Our team of shopping experts is dedicated to sourcing the latest, greatest and most desirable products at the lowest prices available, delivering them to you quickly and conveniently and ensuring your complete satisfaction. We're passionate about maintaining the highest standards of quality and service every step of the way from design to dispatch. You'll find us on ITV1 and STV from midnight to 3 a.m, Freeview Channel 89 from midnight to 6 p.m, and on YouTube at ShopOnTV Live. Our daily broadcasts are your TV window into the global marketplace, presenting you with a collection of carefully curated must-have items, demonstrated by our on-air team with honesty, integrity and trust. Plus, there's even more in our online store at shopontv.co.uk. So when it's time to shop, shop on TV.
When it's time to shop, shop on TV. When is the time? The time is now. So just to keep you abreast of the situation, if you've just tuned in, we're going to show you our amazing sweepies. We will go back to the Aqua Clean window cleaner. You may have just missed that, but if you were watching that, I hope that you've checked it out. And also, shortly we will play you a clip from our Warrington studio, one of the shows that we shot with me actually for Freeview Channel 89, of the grater, the cheese mill, because it's so good. Everything is flying out the door tonight. It's just one of those busy nights. We get those. It's the weekend as well. And when you come in from a pub, what's the first thing you think is cleaning up mess? Now, I'm not being funny, but if somebody did do a rainbow yawn all over the kitchen floor or the hardwood living room floor, that'd be the thing to clean it up with, wouldn't it?
It would be indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
it's happened. I only say that I speak from experience.
We can use it on any type of floor and for any type of spill, liquid mess, whatever it may be.
Yeah, for cat poo.
Yeah, cat
dog
sick,
poo.
dog sick. Yeah, we get things like that.
Hairballs.
So remember, when you use it on carpets, there is a little secret, folks. The best way to use it is short, sharp little strokes. The reason for that is it creates that electrostatic charge, so it lifts the hair out the fibre, out the pile of the carpet. Now, folks, it doesn't matter if you go with the pile or against the pile. It really makes no odds with the sweepies. And I'm just going to clean this little area here. I'm going to come straight down the middle, and you'll be able to see an actual colour difference.
You wouldn't
on the
actually
carpet.
really on a dark carpet like that. Now, I know you've gone way over the top, but it is actually quite hard to see where the hair is.
But watch. Let's take that traditional vacuum cleaner out. Excuse me.
Yeah, mine don't
so
damage
heavy.
your back like I have.
Yeah. So we're going to press the button. What do we all do? We're back and forth. They're heavy. They make lots of noise. We've all used them. Trying to use this on a staircase. Well, you've all been there. You're lifting. It's too heavy. Let's just switch that off. Let alone, if you've got the kids and they're asleep, you can't switch this machine on and use it. Well, listen, take your sweepies. If anyone's asleep and you need to be a bit quiet, remember, this was the area that vacuum just went over. Let's see what it left behind. Because remember, a vacuum, all that's going to happen is that brush gets clogged full of hair. Well, with a sweepies, it creates static charge. And what that'll do is lift that hair out the fibre of the carpet. And I'm going to kick that over to this white floor just so we can all see at home what that big upright leading vacuum cleaner.
Now, what I'd suggest to people when they get this at home, go over the carpet that you've already vacuumed and test it and see. Yeah.
Please
if people aren't satisfied, they presumably could just get your money back.
Exactly that. Get in contact. We'll refund you with the same courtesy. Now, I've just turned it into the little handheld because we're going to take it to the stairs.
Yeah.
All right, so we've done the carpet on the floors, but on the stairs. So remember, great as a little handheld. We're going to get into the crease, okay?
Yeah.
The really tight area. So we push the blade right in and bring it out with that short, sharp little
Because you might have very
stroke.
You
could have weak hands, you could have dexterity issues. You don't need to press down hard. There's the hair again. Remember, not only can we use it on the flat, we can use it on the rise as well. And look, that little corner pit, just pulling every last little bit of hair out.
I'd say if you're a crafter as well, with little beads and balls.
Yeah, the little beads, yeah,
sparkles,
exactly.
sprinkles,
Sparkly bits, glitter maybe.
Yeah.
We do a lot of the festive gift shows, you know, the crafty shows.
Yeah, sure.
Great for that too.
Schools, I can imagine this will be one
Remember,
for as well.
it's super, super strong. It is the only bristleless broom that's out there on the market. So
Can't
remember,
quite see you yet, just if you're going to stand on it.
it's designed to be flexible. Okay? So
Lovely.
it doesn't matter. There's no bristles that are going to misshape or bend. Because it's
No having to replace the handle or the brush head.
Nope. And because of the flexibility, because of its flexibility, you can get it flat underneath sofas, beds, TV stands and armchairs. You'll be able to see the bend that I'm putting on that blade and bring any little bit of dust and hair from underneath the sofa, the bed, the TV stand, the armchair.
By the way,
And look at that.
We started with an absolutely huge stock. Now I'm talking about thousands of these things. We didn't think we would have any stock updates tonight. 20% has gone.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's huge.
20%.
Do you know, Rob, when we was
Amazing.
on
Check out.
last Tuesday, we sold out in a very short amount. I think it was like 30, 40 minutes.
Yes.
It
And I think,
this has took me all my time to get this back in stock for you. But not only
You
did I
were
get
literally unloading crates, weren't you,
crates
to the warehouse?
But now look,
300 or 400 people missed out the last time.
now we've got it in the
so
grey,
please don't be one of them this time.
the blue, and the red.
And the red's in. We
So
didn't have the red
last week
before.
we only had it in red,
Oh, we only had
completely
it in-
sold out. Yeah.
So grey's the most.
We
popular
knew
at the moment.
grey would be the most popular.
Yep.
Yeah. Everyone's got
And
these
remember,
lovely
for
grey
your 20
kitchens.
quid, you also get this one as well.
You're going to get the free one too, the wet one for all the wet work too. Please
Yeah,
don't forget that you're gonna get
quadruple
both
blade.
brooms, okay?
Yeah.
So one for you,
No
maybe
extra
one
charge.
for a friend. So I'm just going to do the glass really quickly now. We're going to sweep all these crumbs up here and we're going to put it to the true test. You can be able to see all that fine glass there, right just down there. This is how
I
confident
mean, it's
we are.
powdered. It's sugar consistency.
There is nothing there left behind. Your floors will be safe to walk on every time you use this sweep
And it doesn't,
brush.
you know, glass. It could be ceramics. If you, I mean, you break a
Exactly.
mug or a plate or something.
I mean, you can just see it. The
Greek
hairs
restaurants
in
should
there.
use these.
Very fine glass. We've still got the rice. We've got the lentils in there. Do you know what I love using it for? Wet hair. There's two ladies in my house. They have lovely long golden hair, which they
Right.
do.
Yeah.
But my pet hate, Rob, is
Cleaning
every
it up.
time, every time they're in the bathroom, I'm the one that has to put my fingers down that plug hole and pull up all that nasty hair.
Yeah.
Now I've got my sweepies. I literally just take it, I drain all the water, any hair that I see, I put that to the side. I put the rest of the water down the drain. I take a soft cloth, bit of kitchen roll. I take the hair up. I put it straight down the toilet.
Ah, there you go.
Stops it clogging up my drain. Stops me getting a drain unblocker and the smelly bit.
Sure.
Now, you'll be able to see on this, folks, the hair has stuck to this.
Yeah.
Be able to zoom in.
And also, it is resilient to the chemicals that you would use cleaning products and things around your home as well.
It's really, really messy.
What if
All
you get
the
bleach
hair
on it? Is
stuck
that a
to
problem?
So what I'm going to do is give it a quick rinse. There's some water down there.
Yeah.
It takes literally a second to pick up and use and watch.
If you got a bleach on it, would it be a problem?
Bleach is fine.
No?
Any
Yeah.
type of antibacterial spray that you might want to spray it down. Like you said, maybe like, you know, puppy sick, puppy piddle.
Yeah.
And it's literally
If you've got a boat
Just a wipe.
on your decking and all, I'm obsessed by a show called Below Deck. This is just the sort of thing.
Oh, great for boat decking.
Boat decking.
Any type, yeah. So any type of
Awnings
like
and things.
really material. So it doesn't matter if you want to use it on the outside of the caravan.
Mags, she's got one of these to use with her long-haired collie.
Yep.
Oh, she's actually already got it.
She
said,
emailed into us. I
Yeah.
remember. She said she was going to buy it for the dog bed. I remember.
and she said it's fantastic. She said no more struggling to hoover the cushion, which was a nightmare. She highly recommends this because any pet.
Thank you so much.
Pet
Honestly,
owner
it's so
must-
true.
it's a must-have,
It
isn't it,
doesn't
really?
matter what type of floor, what type of surface you want to use it on. Everything.
A different Rob. There's another Rob. Would it work
Wood decking,
on wood decking outside?
Yes, it would, Rob. So,
oh yes.
Great if it's been a wet day and all your decking's really wet and you want to take a majority of the water off the wood decking so it doesn't swell.
But even patio tiling, crazy paving, you could, doesn't matter. You can
Crazy
use
paving.
concrete.
Yeah. Concrete.
Norman. So Norman, has he got his already? And he says he's never enjoyed cleaning floors so much. He's even made himself making deliberate spills to clear them up and pretending he's on TV. He wants to buy the cheese grate, the cheese mill, but he doesn't really eat cheese. Do you eat egg? Norman, do you eat egg? Do you eat biscuits, things like that? Sprinkle some nuts on the top of your maybe your ice cream, or do you bake a cake ever, that sort of thing, or a flan, or a cheesecake, because you can make the base for the cheesecake and also toppings as well. Egg sandwiches, it's brilliant for. Chocolate. If you like fancy coffees, you can grate some chocolate on top. So it's not just for cheese. It will grate anything hard, pretty much, even spices. Nutmeg, ginger. Well, yeah, ginger, it would smush it, but that's great if that's what you want for your cooking. You can even use garlic in there. Again, it will come out smushy, but that's what you want if you're putting it into a stir fry. Same with onion. You wouldn't use it to make onion, to chop onion. You use the Precision slicer for that, which Luke brings us. But you could, if you want to smush some onion into a stir fry or into an egg sandwich, for example. I love egg salad with a bit of onion in it.
Do you know what I use mine for?
Go on.
Ginger.
Ginger. It does work with ginger.
Yeah,
then,
but what I did is I chopped it small and it really come out really fine, like a ginger paste.
Yeah, ginger paste. Yes.
Yeah, it was really good for a ginger paste too.
For things like those sort of fibrous types of things, it will come out, as you say. Smushy is the only word I can think of it. But the fact is, you can put anything you like through it, and we haven't tested by all means everything you can put through a mill, but it will try it. What harm is there? It's either going to work or not. But for all the basics, definitely, it's one of the best devices I think that's ever been invented. Millions around the world have been, tens of millions actually around the world, been sold.
So remember, short piles, deep pile, rug or runner. It's fabulous if you have got those rugs and runners. Shall I tell you why, Rob?
Why?
You ever got a rug or a runner? What's the first thing that happens when you use one of these on a rug or a runner? It picks the rug and runner up. You end up fighting with it. It's a nightmare. Remember?
Just the weight of those things. How did we put ourselves?
Well, not even that.
Torture?
We'll do all this floor area here. I feel like I should be singing a song when I'm using this.
Honestly, that
Freddie
looks like it's come
Mercury,
out
I want to
Mos
break
Eisley.
free. Break free out the studio, don't we? So remember, it doesn't matter how we use it. Short, sharp little strokes. So this actually does get the hair out of your carpet. It won't just clog anything up like the roller on the end of your brush. There's nothing to clog up. It is bristleless. It is the first bristleless broom that's out there. There's not another one in the market.
There's nothing to go wrong.
Nope.
Yeah, it'll last you years. Well, for a start, it's got. Did you say a 5-year?
5-year blade warranty and guarantee.
It's a £20 product, and for 5 years, you know, if anything goes wrong with it,
On both
it'll be
blades.
replaced. Yeah.
On both.
On both.
So I mean, look at that. There's all the hair.
Ridiculous, isn't it?
And in seconds, you could use it on, you know, the staircase, in the boot of the car. Okay. As I say, if you want to use it on patios, conservatory doors for the glass, you can do. If you want to use it in the garden for sweeping up the autumn leaves, we can. Crumbs just from the kids, it's worth its weight in gold. The way it's been designed, you've got that corner edge that just pulls everything.
Also, because it's safe and not sharp, you could give it to the kids.
Of course you could. Yeah, there's no sharp edges. There's no sharp bits.
Their Lego and their little sort of, I don't know, Barbie accessories.
Yeah, let them earn them, Keith. That's exactly
Let them earn their keep.
Yeah, exactly.
Teach them the value of a good day's work.
Well, yeah. That's right. And remember, it doesn't matter what type of floor you want to use your sweepies on. Whether you want to use it on something like the soft cushion floors, like we've got down here, the lino. Whether it's a tiled floor, slate, ceramic, marble, Amtico, and Cardi.
No.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. I just like to
Be
push it
careful,
all
it
in.
doesn't go because you're only
I
wearing
know, don't worry. I'm used to this now, Rob.
forgot what they're called.
My Converse.
Converse.
Nice and fine. But look, that's the beauty of our machine. It's great little bit of tip. You'll get no leftover, no residue. No. It picks.
Now, also, actually, that will protect your floor too, because if you've got little bits of glass dust and they get ground into a hard floor,
yeah,
because you're walking over them, you couldn't see them, they can damage your floor.
Well, eventually, it would scratch it.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the other bit, lots of water.
Do you know? I've just had a thought. If you buy roof fix, this would be great for applying your roof fix.
Yeah, we can see we've got a lot of water down there.
Yeah, I mean, you'll ruin it if you used it for that, but...
You know, great on, as I say...
Painters could use it. You could do...
One of my friends, I give him one as a present, because we live in Skegness, and we've got thousands of caravans around there.
Yeah.
And what happened when it rains, a majority of the caravans nowadays, they all have this plastic decking.
Yes.
It's very, very slippery when wet.
Sure.
So what we do is we take it outside after a wet day. You can just literally squeegee all the water straight off the decking, down a drain, and within a minute or two, look.
Bone dry. I miss Skegness. You know, I used to go to the Skeggy Butlins as a kid, almost every year.
Yes.
Love it. It's all up market now, from what I understand. Right, ladies and gentlemen, it's make your mind up time, please. Remember, not only are you going to get the Sweepies itself in either the red, the blue, or the grey, but also we will include at no additional charge the Sweepies Pro. The Sweepies Pro is at a slight angle automatically, so it's sort of as you're standing, it meets the surface, the ground, or the wall, or the ceiling at the right angle. But also, this has got a quadruple blade on it, so this one we're saying is really ideal to use as a dedicated wet broom. You can use this wet as well, of course. It does really just as good a job. This one's slightly more flexible than the Sweepies. Some people who like it a slightly more flexible squeegee. So really all bases are covered, but your 20 quid normally is just for that. We're just giving you that as a complimentary gift at no additional charge when you buy now. So this, you know, look, it's a TV offer. It's one of those things. A quarter of a massive stock has already gone and rising. £4.95 P&P, and remember, now because it's £20, it doesn't qualify to use PayPal Pay in 3. But I mean, you know, it's 20 quid, it's a pony, just literally pony up, as they say, on your credit or debit card. But if you do put this in your basket with something else, like the cheese mill, like the AquaClean, then you can actually spend between £30 and £2,000 on PayPal Pay in 3 with per approval, per order. So essentially, and it's £4.95 P&P is capped postage. So you only pay the one £4.95 P&P. Sometimes other items, bigger and bulkier items, carry us an additional P&P charge of £1, £2 or £3. But the first £4.95 is always capped, and you only pay that once. So please check out as soon as you can, particularly if you want to get the cheese mill and the AquaClean, which we'll come back to in a moment. So it's the AquaClean and the Sweepies have had their day in the sun. Now it's time for the cheese mill, which we're going to go to Rob Lock with an E in our Warrington studio, and he's with Rob.
Very good, thank you.
I love I mean, this is so innovative.
This is the greatest grater in Great Britain.
I knew you were going to go one better. You said you'd heard all the jokes.
I've heard them all over the years, but actually, this was fantastic. Originally, it was designed for cheese.
Yes.
Obviously, that's why they call it a cheese mill.
Yeah.
But when they brought out a new blade for Parmesan, which is for the finer things, it's become more of a grater. So most people recognise one of these.
Yes.
And if you've ever used one of these, you've probably used one of these on the back as well.
Yeah.
Okay. The old knuckle dusters, and the simplicity of this is just brilliant, because all you do, if you look inside this machine, it's got a little barrel where there's two pieces, and you can mix the food if you want to, or you can put the same thing in. So, for example, any small job in the kitchen where you don't want to be getting a great big processor out, this is great. So if you want to do some breadcrumbs, for example, even if you're using fresh bread, just pop it straight in.
Really? Fresh bread works too?
Yeah, not as good as dry bread will, but now this is a little tip that I got from the top chef in the country many, many years ago. I can't say who he is, but he does swear a lot. And what he said to me is if you're ever going to use fresh bread in any big bowl, use some crackers, and what that does, it absorbs the moisture, so you get a finer grate. So, for example, if you're going to do some breadcrumbs in there, So it's great. Turn it from side to side like a pepper mill, and it's absolutely brilliant. So you can do breadcrumbs, batter, crumbles, cake bases, anything you want. And just doing a small piece if you want. And at the end of the day, you put the cap on the bottom, and you either store the rest. So when you come to doing,
it goes in the fridge if you need. You've got cheese.
Well, particularly with cheese. So what I tend to do with cheese is very simple. I put some red Leicester in one side, and some cheddar in the other side. Now I've only cut mine into small blocks. You can put it in one piece if you want. But if you do it without filling it right up and trying to ram it through, put the lid on, and you do exactly the same on the bigger blade, so you can do your fantastic for cheese sandwiches and all this grated
that's
cheese.
That's a lot of cheese.
Yeah, cheese on toast, wherever you want to put a little bit of cheese over a salad or something. Now, the great thing about this, you can mix the colours up, which looks really, really nice if you want to. But if you're ever using one of these, what do you do with the last piece?
Well, you cling film or kitchen foil.
If there's a small piece like that,
or you throw it away.
You eat it. That's the best bit.
You eat it. Well,
okay. So even though
there's in my belly,
even though there's only a small piece left in the bottom there, the nice thing about this is you don't go anywhere near the blades. You can mix the colours together. It's one of the safest products I've ever used. No more.
How is it on the wrist?
It's absolutely fine. If you've got a dexterity problem, just go a bit slower. Okay. It's the work. If you can work a pepper mill, you can work one of these. And what I like about it is as well, if there's any left in the bottom, take one of the fridge bases there, put it back in the fridge and store it in the machine. Now,
come on, it's only 20 quid as well. By the way, it's a third off. So normally 30, down to 20. Get two of them. You can have maybe one for sweet, one for savoury. You can have one for room temperature, one to go in the fridge. I mean, really, I think two of these is the way to go, but that's up to you.
The reason why two is good is, one, if you have anything with an odour, so if you're doing things like garlic, but I use one for Parmesan all the time. Now, Parmesan is particularly difficult to grate normally.
Is it?
And that's when you're using this side here. So what I've done with Parmesan and what I do at home is very simple. So the bottom of the machine is basically empty, okay? I take a couple of pieces of Parmesan. Obviously, it's quite expensive, so I don't use too much. But now this one's got the fine blade on it for doing anything that's very hard or you want something very fine. So Parmesan will be a little bit better. So you can basically grate your Parmesan through there the same way. It's great over a pasta, lasagna, pizza, jacket potato.
Restaurants should have these, shouldn't they?
We do plenty around the world, too, restaurants.
I bet you do.
Now, the great thing is if there's a little bit left in there, that's not really the bit that I eat, but I put that on the bottom, store it back in the fridge. You know when it's ready, when it goes off. When your fridge starts smelling really bad, then you know that's the end of it. But it's a really clever. But look how fine that comes out there. I mean, it's really, really fine, and it's perfect just for a small piece like that. If you're going to do mountains of it, do it in a processor. But if you're just going to do it quickly, brilliant.
My son buys packets of pre-grated, and he never ends up using it all, and it goes off, and so you can I think you can be much more conservative with the amount that you have to buy. You can save money and make sure that you make good use of it rather than waste it. So this is reducing food wastage potentially as well. So you're going to at some point show us how to change the blades, but while we've got the little one in there, I can hear something rattling.
Okay, so one of my favourites, having so many grandchildren, is we all like ice creams, we all like desserts. So they like a nice chocolate biscuit like so. Right. Okay. And then we use some nice nuts. Now, people say to me, how hard can you grate things?
Rob, how hard can you grate things?
Thank you for asking. I'm glad
you're welcome. You're welcome.
Well, we can use nutmeg in here. If you're going to use a nutmeg, which is great, just cut it in half first, and then put your nutmeg in. And
so we'll do nutmeg, but we've got some num-nums in there.
So we've got some num-nums, really nice colour ones. You eat two and put two.
Other letters are available.
And a soft chocolate biscuit. And if you get an ice cream, fantastic for ice creams, for dessert.
Oh my God!
The flurries that you have and all the different things that you like. And look, you can mix all the colours in. If you make cakes, this is fantastic.
Top of a cake.
Top of cakes. If you want to grate some almonds, it'll do almonds. It'll do anything that's...
walnuts, hazelnuts.
All nuts are easy in here because it's dry. The wetter any food is with any grater, the harder it is to grate.
Got it.
It's dry like this. It's absolutely brilliant.
Oh, that's so good.
And you can mix the colours up if you want to use different sweets. Now, the most popular thing we sold...
Chocolate on the top of a cappuccino.
Oh, now you're talking. So, what sold this to me when I was in America and I saw this for the first time, actually, what sells it is not cheese, it's actually an egg.
Is that right?
And in the UK, we don't tend to grate eggs really.
No.
We smash the life out of them with a fork or a masher.
Sure.
But actually, when you grate an egg, it makes it light, it makes it airy. So if you
So dollop of mayonnaise and you've got your egg mayonnaise.
Oh, now you're talking. If you're going to use an egg, pop it in the machine.
Yeah.
Obviously, make sure it's hard boiled first before you put it in, because we have had those questions. All right. But fantastic. Just turn gently like this, and I'll put it on the table. You can see it coming up.
So it kind of cuts it in half as you put it in.
Look at that. But what you'll find is it cut it in half. Yeah. So for egg and crest, egg and onion, egg and tomato, you can
Cobb salad.
Yeah. So use the barrel in the middle to divide the two. You can put egg one side, tomato the other, bit of cucumber, whatever you want. And what I say to most
You
people,
can do tomato in there.
yeah, it'll just mash it up with the egg. So you do egg, if you're doing sandwiches, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'll do you another one because one egg is not enough.
No.
I'm bringing all the old jokes.
Oh, I
back.
felt that one.
Yeah,
Oh.
but just push it in like so.
Yeah.
You'll see. And again, use the divider. It slips on the top. Simple as that.
One egg at a time, or it looks like you might.
Yeah,
have
you can put two eggs in there if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but obviously the budget here is very limited, so I'm
That's
trying
right.
to use.
Yes, exactly. We're a strictly 12 egg
But-
maximum, I'm afraid.
That's it. But what you will find is, number one, it goes right the way through the machine, so you don't waste anything.
No,
okay?
no, right to the very last.
That's what I like, especially if you're going to use the old-fashioned things like this. Then obviously you know you're going to.
Because you can't get close enough, can you?
You can't get closer. But look at this. It's very hard when I'm trying to describe it, but that is really light and fluffy. And when you normally mash it with a fork, you take the air out, it flattens everything, but lovely over a salad, sandwiches, anything like that.
But you could have done the egg in, maybe the egg in one side and a little bit of onion, possibly. Will it do onion?
It will, but it comes out very mushy. Now, in a sandwich, that's fine.
Yes.
But if you're doing onions to put into a casserole or something like that,
it's not the right
device.
No, that's fair enough. Like, you can't do
so the
everything
drier
right,
the,
can it?
that's right. The drier the food, the better. Now,
Yeah.
the washing up, because if something doesn't wash up quickly,
Yeah, forget it.
we won't
Exactly.
use it.
Not interested.
Now, this one actually comes apart
Okay.
quicker than my first marriage did. About 5 seconds like that, inside like that. All of that goes on the top rack of the dishwasher.
Are we following the lady? Or
If you haven't got a dishwasher, you know the old saying, marry one. I've been a dishwasher for many years, but it's just as simple as that. Now, to change the blades, because there's 3 pieces like that,
Yeah.
you just pull the pin out, which I would do for you, but I'm not wearing my glasses to be
Fair enough.
to be honest. Pull the pin out, take one blade off, put the other blade on. Now, what I like about this machine is the safety of it, because the blades are only sharp one side inside the machine.
Right.
So whichever way you go, it cuts the food brilliantly, but it doesn't cut your fingers.
No.
So just put it together, back together like that, and that is why we have sold so many of these products around the world. It is one of the simplest products.
2.5 million or something, is
Just
it?
over 2.5 million have been sold in the UK alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the UK alone?
In the UK alone. Since we bought this in.
It is. I mean, it's one of those things. It's a no-brainer, isn't it? If you haven't got one, you've either got one and you know that it's amazing, or maybe yours has seen better days and you want to get a new one,
Yep.
or a second one, or one for the family, one for your friends, or it's the first time you've seen it. And if you're going to grate anything, this is the only way to go, really, isn't it?
Well, just for small things, you know, if you get a massive amount to do, obviously this is too small for that, but
Yeah.
sometimes people get processors out and they get all these different gadgets out just to do a small amount, and this one is perfect. And as I said to you, what comes with it is you'll get the actual grater itself,
Yep.
or the multi-purpose grater rather than a cheese mill.
Yes.
You get the storage cap, which you can use to put in the fridge,
Yeah.
so whatever you want, and you get 2 blades. You get a very fine blade like that,
Yep.
which is the one that I use the Parmesan. You can use the Parmesan on the bigger blade,
Yep.
but actually most people would use it on the smaller blade. So for your nuts, your Parmesan, anything that's hard,
Biscuits for your crumble bases.
crumble bases,
or
yeah,
cheesecake bases.
yeah, and then the bigger blade, which is the one that comes fitted in the machine, is for
Yeah.
your cheese, chocolate.
Breadcrumbs.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. The eggs is the one I do on there.
Yeah.
And again, if you didn't see it before, and we're just showing you here, this one, there's a little bit of bread left in there. I'll put another little bit in here, and mix some cracker in.
And add a cup. I love cream crackers. I honestly,
It's not that
my favourite things. I never thought about grating them onto stuff, but
Well,
I can imagine
because-
it tastes wonderful.
Yeah, and what it does is it dries the bread out. If you're using fresh bread, it draws the moisture out. It's not me, I'm not a chef. But
sure.
I was told by one of the top chefs in the country.
But I bet you could still use that. You could actually, just as a feature, as a flavour, have them on their own. I mean, I can imagine, you know, sort of roasted cauliflower with a wonderful cracker crumb coating.
Yeah, if you're doing cake bases, anything like
Yeah.
that. Bread, look at that. Really nice and
Perfect.
fine.
On top of your fish pie.
Lovely. And
oh, this would be, of course, this would be fabulous if you're into shepherd's pie, and because I love a layer of cheese on top of my shepherd's pie. But even if you're making Welsh rarebit,
Welsh, what's that?
That's cheese on toast.
Yeah,
I understand. Yeah.
Yeah. No, there was one I was trying to think of, a Scottish dish where they with fish in it. Everyone would be at home now going,
all our STV viewers, yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. If you've got kids, if you've got grandkids, or if you're just big kids like us that love an ice cream and you just want to make cakes or desserts, I'm using one of my favourites. And the reason why, the only reason why I use these is, to be honest with you, is because I love eating them. They are my favourite.
Yeah, they are one of mine.
But I mix it with a chocolate biscuit that's got cream in it. And when you put that on top of an ice cream, and I've got some nuts here, we've done peanuts. And
you can do peanuts as well? Any kind of nut, basically, or legume.
Fantastic. For Asian cooking, you do almonds. They love almonds in Asian cooking, lots of stuff like that.
Thai cooking, the peanuts very big in Thai food, isn't it?
The great thing about this is I'm allowed to make a mess all over. And it goes all over. But can you see, I don't know if you can see in there, all the different colours of the sweets there, and it looks amazing. Put that on an ice cream. My grandson, he loves white chocolate, so I put white chocolate one side, dark chocolate the other. Oh my God, he loves that.
On top of a sundae.
You can have it on a Sunday.
A Knickerbocker glue, or a Monday, or a Tuesday, or a Wednesday.
Thank you, you took the words out of my mouth, yeah. We obviously weren't the same.
Don't make ice cream just for Sunday.
Yeah, that's it. Now, because it was designed for cheese, as I said, one of the most popular cheeses that we use in here, and the one I use, I keep one in the fridge all the time with Parmesan.
Yes.
Because when I'm using the last piece of cheese, when I used to use one of these, I always ate the last piece because that's the best bit.
Yeah, right.
But the only cheese I do store is Parmesan, and even though there's only a little piece in here, and I'm going to show it to you, I'm just going to put another couple of little bits in. They're only small pieces, but they go a long way when you grate Parmesan.
Could you do mozzarella?
You can.
On the big one, no.
It comes out quite mushy.
Does it? Fair enough.
Yeah, I'll sooner tell you what you can do, what you can't do.
No, absolutely.
In any grater...
It's hard cheeses, really.
Hard cheese... Well, I've got cheddar, red Leicester.
So a Stilton would be a bit mushy as well.
Yeah, anything, the drier any food is in a grater,
the better.
So originally it was designed with the big blade for doing just the soft cheeses.
Yeah.
But when it didn't do Parmesan very well, so they designed a blade for Parmesan. But that Parmesan blade is great for nuts. I've done nutmeg on here, I've done almonds.
Right.
You know,
ginger.
Garlic goes through.
Does it? Yeah.
But garlic comes out really mushy. But that's what you want in your cooking most of the time anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But Parmesan...
But I suppose you wouldn't grate mozzarella with a regular grater, would you, anyway?
No, anything you would normally use on
Slice
here.
it up, yeah.
But yeah, you
forget
can...
I asked.
But I love Parmesan when it's grated, and you can have it over... I love it over pastas and lasagnas and stuff like that. And I mean, look at that.
My secret ingredient to my cauliflower cheese.
Oh, I love cauliflower cheese, but unfortunately it doesn't do very well with my waistline.
That ship sailed for me.
Mine's coming out of the harbour as we speak. But look at that.
It's so good. It just is. You know what I love about these products? They're not things you can readily necessarily buy just in a shop or online. And they're those classic products that you see on sort of late night TV, that they serve a wide purpose. They work, they're affordable, they do whatever they've been designed to do so much better than the way we used to do it. You know, I mean, the old cheese mill. I mean, everyone's got one, but you always use it with great caution, you know, and you always eventually scrape yourself, don't you? You know, great caution. Sorry, no pun intended. So yeah, honestly, get yourself a cheese mill. I use that cheese mill. I promise you, it's fab. It's really, really, really. In fact, all these products tonight, what you'll get to know about with me as you watch me every week, and I'm here every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, is I was told once too honest to work in the shopping television. I was literally told I was too honest to work in shopping television. Just goes to show that, you know, be careful what you watch and be careful what you buy. But the fact is that the reason I do this, even though I don't consider this my main profession per se, is because I've always thought from day one that when I started working at the original shopping channel, I've always thought about how does this product affect you? There are times when I get a product when I think this is not really something I would use, but as soon as I start thinking about how this is going to help somebody out there at home, it genuinely gives me a buzz. I enjoy that. I'm very much a people person and a compassionate and empathetic person. So if I'm sitting here enthusiastic about something, as I always say, I get paid to present information. any enthusiasm is purely incidental. And so when I make a recommendation, particularly because look, I can't love everything, and I can't think everything's great and everything's amazing and everything's beautiful. I can always see the function in anything that we offer at ShopOnTV, and we, because we are a small company, a small tight-knit team, are very careful about the products that we present to you. And you know, look, in the early days when we first started, almost a year ago, it was a kind of like get anything and we can. But as we're growing, and thanks to you, you know, and you're shopping with us more and more, we're able to. You're giving us leverage to be able to go to much bigger brands. We had Tupperware last night. We've got all kinds of incredible products coming down the road, electronics, but we're not going to bring them on unless A, they're great, and unless we can make a difference in terms of the price. You know, if it's something you can buy elsewhere, we've got to offer it at a price that's better than anywhere else. So we really are conscientious about all of that. And I just want you to know, when I recommend a product, just like the sweet peas, just like the cheese mill, just like the Aqua Clean, that's because I use them, I see them, I'm here, I'm live, I'm you, I'm here on your behalf as your advocate, making sure that nothing nefarious is done, that everything is true. Everything you see us do here on the telly, you can do in your own home and get the same results. Because if it doesn't do that, or if there's any funny business going on, we won't have it. It's as simple as that. So please, when you don't have to believe me just because I'm telling the truth. You don't have to trust me just because I am very trustworthy. You don't have to like me at all, for that matter. I'm sure there are many people who don't. I know the heck out of a lot of people, but you only have to watch it for a few hours. I have to live with it. So I get all of that. I know that everybody has their own tastes. If I'm here and I'm making a recommendation, and if I'm saying something, it's always with the intention of it being on you, in your best interest. Honestly, I swear to God, to my mum, or my mum's life, my son's life, all the lives of everybody I love. That's just the way I work. That's why I'm saying, if you know what's good for you, and I believe I know what's good for you right now. It's not going to break the bank. Get the sweet peas, you'll use it all the time. Get the grater, you'll use it all the time. Get the Aqua Clean, you'll use it all the time. And it will do a better job than anything that you've used thus far to do those jobs, I believe. Back to you, Luke.
Thank you, Rob. So, remember, you can use it on any floor, any type of surface. Yeah. So we'll do a bit.
I'm sorry, I'm bored of cornflakes.
Okay, should we make a wet?
I'm sitting here in my throne. Mm-hmm. Show me something different, please. Okay,
well, you know what they say. Yeah. You want to make an omelette, what have you got to do, Rob?
Break a few eggs, I think.
Okay, let's break a few eggs.
Oh, no, what's happened? You've dropped them. You've only gone and dropped them.
Oh, dear.
These are not stunt eggs.
No, real eggs.
Yeah, they're real eggs.
Yeah, as I said, they're not from a non-stick chicken.
No.
Oh, right. It doesn't matter what surface, what type of floor. So if you've done this at home, what you've got to do, take your sweet peas.
Oh, eggs are one of the worst things to clean
honestly, yeah. Take a dustpan and brush.
Look at that!
Collect it all. Boom, boom. And just literally straight in.
Now, obviously, you don't want it to go sour. Yeah.
You could take a little bit of antibacterial spray.
Yeah, just because it would go off. There would be a residue.
A little bit of spray down on the floor, just so you know you've got nothing sticky. And again, just squeegee.
Actually, you could do.
Off.
You couldn't do that with a bristle broom, could you?
No, because unfortunately the egg would all be.
Yeah. Ugh. But we'll have to see if we get some milk and some other things. There's no point crying over spilled.
Yeah, no point.
Especially when you've got a sleepies. A sleepies?
A sweepies.
I
remember.
But you will sleep easy when you know you can sweep easy.
Look at that. I just dipped it in a little bit of water.
And it's done.
And that is the washing up.
Yeah.
Done.
But do you know what, Luke? You could spray your floor if you wanted to with disinfectant and go over it. Or if you've got really bad stains and things on tile and whatnot, bleach.
Bleach.
Yeah.
It'll take bleach. Absolutely. It won't affect the actual way the machine works. It won't affect the blade in any way, shape or form, which it won't. Remember, use it on for, crumbs, sand, glass, it doesn't matter. Right up into the skirting boards, right up into the edges. It leaves nothing behind. Use that point as like a little finger for certain areas that you can't get into, like the nooks, the crannies, the crevices. Remember, the way we've designed it, it's bristleless, so it will bend, okay? Don't be scared to bend it, okay? As I say, you do use that little finger in all those little cracks. It doesn't matter where you use it.
I love the fact it's resilient enough to use outside as well. You can use it on your decking, you can use it on your patio, on your awnings, on your outdoor windows.
Well, let's use it on
even
glass.
on concrete.
Yeah, let's do it on the glass.
Now, for example, if you hose down or pressure wash your front garden pathway, for example, or your deck, you can dry your deck afterwards.
Yeah, of course you could. So literally, decking,
I mean,
you could
it's
use
amazing.
it anywhere you want. You can take a little bit of glass cleaner like me now, any brand, it doesn't matter. And take your aqua clean, sweet peas, and just pull it straight down the glass. And that will make that
We can see Sam in the mirror.
Streak and smear free. Hi,
Sam. He's bringing me a drink, bless him. Thank you.
Any type of surface. So, you know, you could use it on granite surfaces.
Granite, yeah.
Yeah, your granite work surface.
I've heard granite can be quite difficult to maintain.
Quite difficult to clean, yeah. Now, everyone wants to see it on the carpet. This is why we sell so many of the sweepies.
Yeah.
Just remember, when you use it on carpet, it's the simple, short, sharp little strokes. That's what's going to create that static charge, and that's what's going to help lift the hairs out the fibres of the carpet. As I say, it doesn't matter if we use it on a short pile, deep pile. It could just be a rug, a runner.
But it could be a fabric sofa or
armchair, sofas, beds, you know, TV stand if you want to get under it, you know, to get all the hair out.
Yeah, actually, to dust a TV stand, that would be great.
Press the little button on the side now, then use it in the boot of the car. If you've took the dog out on a wet day, you can get all that wet dog hair up that normally sticks because wet hair's the worst. On the stairs as well. I love it for the stairs because remember, the way that blade's been designed, we can get deep right into that crevice, all right, and bring out all that hair that gets stuck right inside there. And not only are you going to remove all the hair, the fluff, the crumbs, the dust and the fibre, but you rejuvenate the pile. It brings the pile back to a standing.
It's so multitasking because if you buy a bristle broom, then really you're only going to use it for floors.
Yeah.
Whereas this you can use for so many other surfaces.
So many.
And I just imagine, I'm not a caravan owner, although I have in my heart this long, lasting, deep lingering to buy myself a recreational vehicle and just drive around the world for the rest of my life.
That sounds great.
But I imagine a caravan if you use it seasonally, but you know, when you open it up after the, you know, for the summer, it's probably a bit musty inside and probably could, you know, a bit dusty and what have you. This would be a godsend, wouldn't it?
Yeah, just like I said, you know, that walk-in shower, that wet room, we've all got them nowadays. It's one of the big things. We use it for that one job alone.
Janitors should use this in schools and hospitals,
hospitals,
libraries and things, you know.
Exactly. Anywhere that you get wet spills, it's great for. As I say,
could you distribute polish on a floor with it?
Yeah, of course you could.
Oh, yeah,
you could do. And as I say, it doesn't matter what we do on the floor, whether it's a wet one, whether it's the dry.
I noticed you use two because one is not enough.
Oh, they're getting bad.
Actually, I got that from Rob.
I actually heard that one the other day, I'm surprised it didn't come out with its mayonnaise in.
Oh, no.
That one, yeah. And that's the beauty.
He's got all the yolks.
Yeah, he's got all the yolk. And it just takes a second to pick up and use, a second to wash up and clean. Like I said, if you've got anything nasty or sticky, you can always spray it with your favourite antibacterial spray and squeegee.
What I like about this, even versus a mop,
away.
I'd almost, because it's not spreading the germs around. If you put your anti-bac down, leave it down. You know these you're supposed to leave for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, to kill the germs, yeah.
But then you can just squeegee it away rather than mopping it around.
And then the other bit is, look, normally you imagine when you've got something nasty like an egg yolk like that is there, it's awfully sticky. I just literally quick dunk in some hot soapy water and a little
egg
wipe.
is a pain to clean up if you drop an egg.
Yeah.
But if you drop ketchup or
you know, things that are sticky
stuff,
sticky things, maybe. Wow,
we're about a third of a massive stock gone. Please, I implore you, I enjoin you. I don't beg you because I never beg. And also, I don't care whether you buy or not. And I mean that in a nice way. Again, I don't get commission. We never pay the presenters or anyone commission here because otherwise there's a possibility they might try and do something untoward just to get you to purchase. No, we have integrity, we're honest, and you can trust us here. So buy it, don't buy it. It's entirely up to you. But when you know all of the ways, and I'm sure as intelligent people that you can just imagine now at least 5 ways you know that you're going to benefit from owning this. And then you could think possibly even of another 5 ways. And when you've got to even more than 10 ways that you know you're going to enjoy using this and find it practical and easy to use and useful to own, for the sake of 20 quid, it's the price of a pizza, for heaven's sake. It's the price of a takeaway. And look, safety first.
It's the only broom that's
You drop a
bristleless.
light bulb. Oh, a light bulb's
A light bulb, yeah. A wine glass.
Powder in it, yeah. Wine glass.
Really fine dust inside it. And
but also, if you spill a packet of rice, do you know do you ever do the thing in the morning sometimes? Can I just talk to everyone, Kieran? Do you mind? Have you ever done this thing in the morning? I don't know why. Every now and then, like once every 4 or 5 weeks, I go to make my coffee in the morning,
shaking out,
and I get again, and I go, and it goes all over the place. I don't know why, but it either happens with the coffee or the sugar, or the sugar substitute.
It's always after a Friday and Saturday night, I've noticed, Rob.
Oh, it could be.
Shaky hands.
That's interesting.
Yeah, interesting one, that one. Yeah. So remember, any type of floor,
No,
any type
I only
of
drink when I'm
surface,
alone or with someone.
Doesn't matter what surface you use it on, with the sweepies. It just
What about
makes
grease?
things-
Would it help to...
Yeah, grease. So I always say, you know, if you've done a little bit of mechanics, maybe in your own garage, you've got a little bit of grease, maybe a bit of oil. Use that squeegee to your advantage. Just squeegee it all up into a pile or down the drain. Rinse off with a hose.
Some people have, they used to have car, if you do a lot of recreational stuff, cars that you can hose down the boot.
Hose down, yeah.
But then you could dry it down.
You could squeegee down
But
all
again, any decking in your, maybe in your garage, you've hosed down the garage floor, concrete floor, dry it off with this.
Dry it off. Or motorhome, caravan, washed it, squeegee it all down so you don't get the water spot on the bodywork of the car.
Yeah. Fact is, it's tough as old boots. You're really going to have to go a long way to damage it. So it'll work on all the sort of the tough stuff as well as the obvious things that you would use it for around the home. It's sort of, to call this a brush or a broom, even just to call it a sweep ease, because it adds ease to so many other jobs. It's so versatile, and it's that one thing that sort of multitasker rather, that you'll have a spill, you'll have a something, and you'll think, oh, what am I going to do? How am I going to get? Oh, wait a minute, I've got the sweepies. And remember, we give you a bonus sweepies as well. So normally £20 gets you this, and either in red, sorry, this is grey, red or blue, but we also give you the Sweepies Pro. Now this is a fixed head, but you'll notice it is on a slight angle. So when you hold it with the handle at the right angle, whether you're standing, going up to the ceiling or up to the wall, it is flat on the wall. So you get maximum sort of cleaning power, if you like. But it also has 4 of the grooves to make it, I mean, this sort of is like an extra, it's like a squeegee plus. So this is really specifically designed, and it also is more flexible, and it has a larger fin. So it is designed for larger scale wet work. This definitely would be great for doing your decking and your pool decks and your outdoor patios and your windows and things like that to dry them down, or your big tiled showers, bathrooms, you name it. You can use both. Obviously, this is really just it's a bonus. You don't pay any extra for this whatsoever. It's a complimentary gift that is included when you buy the main again, Sweepies. But that's also a third off what it normally would cost you. If you go out there into the marketplace, if you go to, I think actually to the WHS website, it's £30, isn't it? So the one for one, you don't get that. That's just for that.
It's to £30 depending on which one you want.
Oh, is that right?
So they're £30 each.
So £60 worth of value for 20 quid.
Yeah.
And by the way, you've got a money back guarantee. All of the WHS info is there when you get your product. And if for any reason you're not completely satisfied and it doesn't do what we show, you can always get in contact and they will happily refund your money with the same civility as they took it. Sorry about my chair. I'm quite enjoying. I don't know if you give me something like a silly noise, I'm just going to play with it. But look at this, great for wet hair. Now again, if you've got long hair and you find your hair's all over the place, if you've got a shaggy dog, then this is perfect. And this is just the Sweepies Pro we're showing you. You get both. So in actual fact, our usual, because it's a complimentary gift, the second one, you're actually getting 60 quid's worth of value for £20 in total. Amazing! Get yourself a couple. Get some for your parents, get some for your friends. Great wedding gift, home, what do you call it, a housewarming gift maybe. Somebody's about to move into their own home. If you've got somebody who's about to fly the nest, somebody who's a student in student accommodation, this actually, it's all they need. If they can't afford a vacuum cleaner or don't have where to put it, this actually would, as a pro tem measure, take the place of a vacuum cleaner to an extent, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And I think you'd use it a little bit more because it's lightweight, you know, you can use it in so many different ways as well.
Yeah, you just whip it out, don't you?
Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little comparison, Rob. You know, most of us have used the traditional squeegee.
Yeah.
I've got one here today.
Oopsie.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Destroying the place today.
We've gone back, by the way. We're going back to the Aqua Clean.
So,
Yeah. There's your squeegee.
We've used one of these in the past, the old-fashioned squeegee. What we're going to do is we're going to do a comparison. We're going to use the Aqua Clean on here, and we're going to use the squeegee on here.
Okay.
Now, we're still going to use washing up liquid.
Use exactly the same on both. Yeah.
On both. But here's the difference. When you use a traditional squeegee, what do you need to do? Well, you need to, number one, get yourself a towel. That's the first thing. You're going to need to lay that out. That's number one. Number two, you're going to have to become accustomed to working it in the angle like a window cleaner does.
Why do you have to do that?
Because you've got to overlap. Because if you don't overlap, what tends to happen is you leave a streak and a smear. But not only that, most people get streaks and smears because this rubber blade, it dries out and it cracks. The only way it won't is if you oil it. Okay? Now watch. If you push this down, all I'm doing is just bringing all the water down. You can see it just dripping. I've got to lay a towel. Now watch how we do the job. We'll leave that there. We can see the nasty marks on the glass where it stopped and start. We'll use exactly the same thing on our mirror. So we're just using washing up liquid in the same way. We're just applying it. But this time, we're going to take our Aqua blade, we're going to rin on the top and just pull down. And here's the difference. All the water has gone into the collection
difference
tank.
is it works.
No streaks, no smears, no marks, no mess, no stress, no skill required.
No strength required.
Windows, mirrors, shower door, shower screen, streak and smear free, bone dry.
Yeah.
All that water has gone into those collection tanks. Remember, either tip it to the right or to the left. It empties from both angles, or just hang it. There's a little hook, you can hang it upside down, just let the water drain completely out.
So you get the large squeegee, you get the small handle, you get the telescopic handle, you get the applicator with the microfiber, and you also, as another bonus, you get the micro squeegee too, or the micro, whatever you call it.
So in the kit, yeah, that's right, Rob. You're going to get your microfiber applicator. Remember, that little microfiber mitt comes off. It's machine washable, so you can wash it. You're going to get your 20 centimetre large Aqua blade head. And remember, you can stop and start anywhere on the glass. It means you're OCD approved. We're also going to include the mini one. This is great for shower door, shower screen, car windscreen. Again, stop and start.
I love that. That'd be in the glove box
on the glass. This is great for the glass cooker tops, granite work surfaces, wardrobe, bathroom, kitchen tiles. Again, bone dry. And for any window that you can't reach or can't get to, we include the extension pole. So remember, for the inside windows, use the little pole. As soon as you go outside, take the head off, screw it onto the large pole, and that's it. Now you can attack your large patio conservatory doors without breaking your lower back. Remember, just rest it on the surface, pull it down, and it is completely bone dry again, squeaky clean to the touch, and again, we just tip it into a little bowl.
We got any stock updates on this? Because I know there's not a lot left, is there? We're going to look at.
Well, why we look at that? Let's make a mess on the glass, because no one in their right mind cleans a clean window unless you've got a touch of OCD.
We've got less than half the stock left.
So kids with sticky fingerprints, cats, dogs, wet nose marks, monkey paw prints. Let's get this a good old nasty mess. If you want to use fancy chemicals and cleaners, you can do. You just don't need to. And we'll show you on this one the fancy cleaners. We'll just show you regular washing up liquid on the window, and we'll let you guys be the judge of what you'd prefer to use. A little bit of hairspray there. That stuff sticks like glue and sets like cement. It really does. And remember, this could be algae. on a greenhouse window. It could be tree sap, okay? If you live by the seaside, you're going to get salt air. If you live by the city, it's the traffic fumes. Now that looks a bit like my window at home.
Yeah.
All right. So remember, all we're going to use, touch of water. Remember, it doesn't need to be saturated, just slightly damp to the touch. 1, 2, 3 tiny little drops of washing up liquid, any brand, it doesn't matter again. Yeah. And then just go to work, break down the mess, the dirt, the dust, the grease, the grime, the sticky fingerprints, get into all the nooks, crannies, the corners and the edges, remember, don't miss any bit out. Once you're happy you've broke down all the mess, and your windows might not be as messy as this could just be a little bit of dust. Yeah. Remember, if you can access the window, use the small pole. If you can't access the window, we're going to use the extension. And you don't have to extend it all the way, depending on what you want to do, how high you want to go. So just rest it on the glass and pull it straight down. It doesn't matter what type of glass you use it on, frosted or patterned glass. Yeah. Leaded lights, maybe you've got leaded light windows.
Do you know what I'd use this on? Because I have a very large TV.
Yep.
And so I spray just a very light amount of glass cleaner on it.
And then go over the top.
And yeah, because I get, if I use like a kitchen towel or something, I get streaks.
I said, if you want to use a glass cleaner,
yeah,
there'll be no difference in finish. Which I won't, sorry Rob, I didn't mean to catch
That's right, that's fine.
The only difference I find when you use something like one of these chemical cleaners is you can smell it. Yeah. There's a lot of fragrance involved, you know what I mean? So that's what you like.
Do you know what glass cleaner is mostly?
Vinegar.
Yeah.
80% vinegar.
Yeah. No, water.
A little bit of colouring.
Yeah.
And literally, normally a little bit of fragrance.
Yeah.
That's literally it, 80% vinegar. On the glass, as I say, it doesn't matter whether we use something expensive or something really cheap.
Yeah.
The finish on the glass is always the same.
It's crystal clean.
Remember, 5-year warranty. We're the only company that do this because the way it's been designed, the blade's got a T-junction. And we're the only silicone blade that can do this. So that T-junction pushes the water back down the reservoir, okay?
Right.
So literally, just because of that little T-junction on the end, that makes the water flow back in. Do you want a better way to see it, guys?
Yeah.
Watch this. You're gonna see it from the inside.
Oh, oh, I like this. We don't have a lot of room,
It's not that. So you guys at home now can physically see how the water goes into the blade. So,
I'm excited.
We break down the mess, the dirt, the dust, the grease, the grime.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take off the extension pole now because now I'm inside the house.
Where do we need the camera to be? Fairly close, or?
No, just be on that side, all right? You stay there, and you will see the water running down the blade. And it should be going into the collection.
Oh, yeah.
All the way to the end.
The appliance of science.
And completely bone dry and streak and smith.
Can I ask you a question, Luke?
So, inside or outside? Cush your camera up.
Are bones known for being dry? Because we always say bone dry, don't we?
Bone dry, yeah.
Well,
strange one.
Yeah, I wonder where that came from.
Probably because when you find the bones,
they are, when they're not in your body.
Yeah, when they're not in the body.
They're quite wet when they're in your body.
So whether you're doing it from the outside, the inside, it doesn't matter. We get a perfect finish, but at least that way the viewers at home could see how the water gets collected. And remember, I'm going to make this really wet now. If we use a traditional squeegee, as I say, you just pour all that water down. And we're collecting everything. So
it's a water collection system.
1, 2, 3, 4. We use a lot of water on there, so now it'll be really full.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that sounded relieving.
Yeah. And then remember, it doesn't matter what type of glass. Frosted, patterned, shower doors, shower screens, the glass coffee table as well. It's great for a flat glass coffee table. If you want to use it on the bathroom wall tiles as well, you could use the mini one. It'll leave the surface instantly dry. The top bit still soaking wet because that's where I missed. All right, that's where I didn't touch it. Anytime this machine touches the area is left bone dry. Whether we're working in a straight or side-on action.
Or it'll go around curves.
Curved.
So maybe your Learjet needs a bit of a
Curved.
squeegee.
Glass, frosted, patterned. If you store it and the blade goes a bit ski-whiff, it goes bent, all you do, rinse it under hot boiling water, and the blade will just go back to being straight every single time. So regardless how you store it, it's always going to come back to its normal shape. And
on that bombshell, it is normally $49.99. We have it for $39.99. You get all 5 pieces. Remember, you can spread the cost on PayPal Pay in 3 as well if you wish to, interest-free. And also, please do load up your basket. Get yourself, get yourself one of the Sweepies sets. Do get yourself one of the cheese mills, because all of the products on the show tonight, it's almost like we did Rob's favourite products. Look at that. That's absolutely desert dry. So I've changed it up.
That's it.
Because we know deserts are dry. Anyway, we've seen everything again, except for part 2 of the cheese mill. And so let's go back to our Manchester studio. It's really Warrington. And here's Rob Lock with an E, also with Rob for part 2.
Honestly, this is just one of the best products that I know.
It's great.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's great. It was great, and now it's greater.
Very good.
And it's £20. Again, it's labour-saving, cost-saving, easy to use, and it's a multitasker. I hate things in the kitchen. Alton Brown always used to say this on the Food Network. He hates unitaskers, where it's a job that does one thing and one thing only. This, all right, yes, it grates one thing, it grates only, but it grates so many different things only. And so you'll find yourself using this for a variety of different things. If you're a baker, then this is going to be for you, because you can do your cheesecake bases, and you can do your toppings and your decorations, whether it's sweets, whether it's biscuits, whether it's nuts. You can use it for as a spice mill for all your hard spices. You can use it for all of your hard cheeses, but also chocolate. Again, you can grate. We'll do some chocolate in a minute, I think, if you've got some. You can grate. Have you got a block of chocolate? Because oh, you haven't. But you can put your.
I did have. It was in the van. I ate that.
That's the only downside. But you can put your dairy milk in there, or the equivalent, can't you? Other brands available, obviously.
Yeah.
Eggs, you name it, this will grate it, as long as it's the dry. You know, if it's relatively dry and relatively hard, then just as with any grater, this will work. But it does it quicker, and it does it better, and that's the important thing. It's a better mousetrap. So you are getting, obviously, you're getting the mill itself. You're getting 2 blades, and you're getting the keep fresh base, so you can put leftovers in the fridge. It becomes your, for example, your cheese storage. So if you've got the budget for a couple of them, you can have one for room temperature, you can have one for sweet, one for savoury, you can have one for sort of, you know, mix it up, do whatever you want with it, and the other one for anything that maybe has a bit of an odour to it, just to avoid odour transfer. And also you can have one that you put in the fridge. So buy as many as you like. If you've got an Airbnb, a cafe, a restaurant, anything like that, these are an absolute must-have. Or if you've got a house or an apartment or a home of any kind, motorhome, caravan, anything with a roof, anywhere you live, anywhere you stay, you probably need one of these. I think that covers just about everybody. If you've got a kitchen, if you're a human and you eat, you probably need one of these. Yeah.
And
how safe is it?
It's the safest product I've ever demonstrated, and I have demonstrated some products that unfortunately are not that safe. But the blade is on the inside, so you're never going to damage or hurt yourself. Even when you take it apart to wash it, and it comes apart very quickly.
They can have the
kids
pleasure
love it. Give the kids, like you were saying with the chocolate. As I said, my grandson, I've got to mention his name.
Go on.
Okay, Alfie and Ollie.
Yeah.
But they both like different things. One likes white chocolate, the other one likes dark chocolate.
Yeah.
But you can mix the two together. White and dark chocolate. If you make cakes, try sprinkling a little bit of white and dark chocolate grated over the top. My wife's a great cake maker, but she loves doing all the little things, all the small jobs she'll do with something like this, and it's a perfect. And what actually made this product famous in the UK, apart from the cheese, was, like I said, an egg.
We do love our eggs over here.
We love our eggs, but most people, and they'll recognise it when I say it, they get a fork for a sandwich and they mash the life out of it, take the air out of it.
Yeah.
So when I was saying, in the States, most people grate their eggs. And the reason is, it puts air, it makes them...
I lived in America for 15 years, I didn't know that.
Well, there you go. Take an egg, pop it in the machine. As I always say, make sure it's hard-boiled first. And what you'll find is, if you want to put a bit of egg one side and a bit of onion the other, even though the onion will mush up a bit, in a sandwich and stuff like that, it doesn't really make
or
any
a stir
difference.
fry or something.
Yeah, but
do you know, we do this amazing.
Look at this.
Sell this amazing pizza maker. Look up the DMD pizza maker on ShopOnTV.co.uk. But I would even grate the egg over as a topping on the pizza.
if you're on a diet, okay, and you want something to bulk your food out,
Eggs are amazing. Yeah,
eggs,
they're one of the most nutritious
and nutrient-dense
foods known to man.
It goes a lot further because even when you're grating a few eggs like this, okay, it's light, it's fluffy. Put a little bit of onion, put a little bit of tomato.
Yeah.
You know, mix a bit of cheese and egg together. But look.
Oh, could you do that? Could you have cheese one side?
Yeah, put cheese one side.
Just to show everybody, to satisfy my curiosity and general fetishes.
Everything goes into. Everything clears out the bottom. You don't go near the blades. You don't have the last piece to eat. You can put a little bit of cheese in one side like that.
Yeah.
Put an egg in the other side. Now I'm going to push the egg straight in rather than put it in the side. It won't make any difference.
Yeah, and you can even mix your colours of cheese as well if you really wanted to go
you can
mad.
mix the cheese. There's the cheese coming through with the egg together.
There. Bit of mayonnaise and boom, Bob's your uncle.
I love eggs and I love cheese, and that's my downfall, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know.
But again, you should be able to
food.
Well, yeah, but you can see. Look, mix the colours up.
Thanks, Rob.
Did you notice how I kept quiet? Fear of getting into trouble.
You did.
But look, let me show you. Even though, look at that. That is absolutely brilliant. Takes every single piece out of there. And easier to clean when there's nothing in it.
I can see bourbons over there.
Yeah.
What a great idea! A bourbon
biscuit
topping for you, a bourbon biscuit topping for you. That would be great on a cheesecake. In America, I don't know if I mentioned I used to live in America, and they have this chain of restaurants called Cheesecake Factory.
Oh.
And it's
it's the best place.
Yeah,
the best place.
But the cheesecake toppings they do some of them are just nuts, and some of them are not just nuts. There are other things too.
Yeah.
But crazy toppings. But this would be fabulous.
Oh look, you make your own.
On the top of a trifle.
Oh, look at this. So this is the dark.
I never trifle with a trifle.
Oh, look at that.
Wowee.
Now, the great thing about it is you'll see in a second all the colours start coming through from the nut. You can see a few of the nuts coming through now.
Oh, you put nuts in there as well.
I put the. My favourite.
Oh, so you did.
My favourite candy's got in there. My favourite candy goes everywhere with me. Have
you been to the shop in Leicester Square?
Yes. I was in there for 2.5 hours, but yes. So again, if you don't want to use it all, and as you were saying, if you like chocolate, white chocolate one side, dark chocolate the other, or milk chocolate, and just.
What about hard toffees? Would that work? Have you ever tried that?
I've never tried that.
Yeah, I wonder if it'd be too hard or too soft. Who knows? I suppose the thing is, you can always try things, and if they don't
I always say to people
won't.
when they say to me, will it do this? Sometimes I've never tried it, or sometimes I've done it and I don't know.
Yeah.
Always try anything. It's going to be better on things.
You're not going to break it or anything.
No, there's going to be better on some things than it will on others. But just remember,
we've seen your sweet nuts. Can we see your regular nuts? Because I'm just thinking that for chicken satay.
Let me just empty this.
If you have a pad see, is it pad see Thai?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pad Thai.
Pad Thai.
Pad see
Pad see Thai?
Pad see you is the noodles and pad Thai is the rice.
I'm not sure if I've been to that part of Thailand.
Pad Thai.
Yeah. When you start grating,
I'm not going to even go there.
If you want to grate a little bit, okay, grate it into the bottom like this, where nothing comes. Right? And then if you don't want it to go all over your kitchen and you're only grating a little bit, look.
Oh, looky look.
You can start grating some nuts onto there.
Yeah, you can roll your ice cream,
So
ice cream in it.
Look. So you've got some peanuts there. These are salted ones, so if you want to be nice and thirsty.
Or dry roasted or honey roasted.
Look at these. So again, use it like a pepper mill, push and turn. I mean, when you get to my age, I can still work it without any problem.
It doesn't really require a lot of strength, does it?
No. If you've got dexterity problems, just take it a bit easier.
Well, have a go at one.
Yeah, and what you do is just do smaller pieces. So if you have a dexterity problem, don't pack it all in, fill it halfway, and then you can just turn it the same way. So
I'm really being totally pepped up by all of the confidence in the control room that I'm going to get this right. Yeah.
Really? Okay, so let's do a little bit of fresh bread.
It's always nice to know your colleagues are behind you.
Yeah. There we go. So just push and turn on there.
Yeah.
Like
push and sorry, thank you.
Yeah. If I bring this a bit closer, it might be easier for you. There you go.
Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, backwards and forwards like a pepper mill. There you go.
Oh, backwards and forwards. Oh, it's really hard, Rob.
Yeah.
Gee, my goodness, that's so difficult to do. How is anyone ever going to be able to operate this properly?
It's simple, like me. And if anything's difficult, first of all, I won't be able to work it. Secondly, if it takes a long time to wash up,
yeah,
then no one will do it either.
There was a lot of bread in there, wasn't there?
There was a lot of bread in there. But not only that, if you want to try this one here, look,
yeah,
I'll give you a really hard one to do.
Really push me to the limit.
Yeah, try it with this. So I'm going to put a bit of egg in here.
Yeah.
With a bit of cheese in as well.
Yeah.
There you go, a little bit of plain cheese. That'll be a test for you. So you can just do it on the table.
Just
there.
do it on the table, right? Yeah.
Just push and turn.
This corner here, shall we?
Yeah. So mix. It's nice when you mix it together like that.
Yes.
That's what I like about with the different colours and the different things that you can play around with, and it just makes your cheese really light.
It is backwards and forwards, is it? Or
Yeah,
is it
like
just
a pepper
forwards?
mill from side to side.
Oh,
it'll work either way, but that
I
way
see. Okay, got it.
comes out a bit quicker.
Yeah.
If you want to just turn it one way, it'll work the same way.
Oh, it's gone.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
There you are.
Done.
You got the job.
2 goes and I got the knack. Look at that.
You've got the not only that, what you've done is, without realising,
Thanks, team.
is that you've actually emptied it.
I have emptied it. That's what I was going to say.
What I like about something like this, when you use it, unlike using one of these, you don't need to use one of those as well, because you're not going anywhere near a blade, you're not hurting yourself.
No.
It's fantastic for doing all small jobs in the kitchen, and it doesn't matter what job you do, it will come out light and fluffy like this. So there's your egg and cheese mixed together, there's your cheese on its
You
own.
can make an egg mayonnaise in minutes.
There's your egg, which is so light and fluffy.
It really
it's absolutely
is. A little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt, mix it with a teaspoon of
And we've
mayonnaise
gone-
straight in the sandwich and in your belly.
That's it, and we've gone from there to doing nuts, chocolate, biscuit bases, parmesan, breadcrumbs. You can do bread on its own if you want to.
Yep.
If the bread is fresh and soft and spongy, I've just bought this bread down the road. It was really like moist.
Yes.
So basically, as I said to you, when I first started doing this product, and I was struggling with fresh bread, and we used to do it in a blender first, before
Yeah.
I was working this, do breadcrumbs in a blender. A top chef in the country said to me, if you ever have fresh bread, and this is a good tip for people, you can try it.
It is.
Drop a couple of crackers in while you're blending it, even if you're doing it in a big processor, and it takes the moisture
Moisture out
from
of
the
the
bread.
Could you toast the bread slightly as well?
If you toast it, it's going to go through quicker.
Right, yeah.
Because it's
and also
drier.
it's then a toasted, it's a different flavour profile.
Yeah, and then
too,
it's
isn't it?
drier.
We've only got a couple of minutes left, so pick your poison, and then maybe quickly show us how we attach it, what we get, how we clean
so
it.
what you get is the machine with a base.
Yep.
So basically that's what you get when you get it home.
Yeah.
Inside the foot piece here will be the parmesan blade. So you
Right.
get 2 blades.
Yeah.
One for hard food, one for soft food. Basically, if you want it a bit finer, use the parmesan blade. If you want it a bit thicker, use the big blade like that.
Yeah.
Okay. What you'll also get is a set of instructions.
Yep.
And they're simple instructions because they're designed for people like me. Okay? And when you want to take it apart, it's as easy as that. So there's 3 pieces. They all go in the dishwasher, top rack. Okay, or if you want to store your cheese inside the machine, which is a lazy way of washing up, just keep filling it up. You don't even need to ever wash up. But that's what you get.
No.
And then again, all you do. So in that one, got some nuts in there. Literally just push and turn like a pepper mill. You can do your nuts, which are fantastic for cakes and stuff like that. If you want to do almonds, even better. If you want to do things like chocolate, what's in this one? That's breadcrumbs. We've done that one.
Yeah.
Oh, this one is...
Well, we haven't done digestive biscuits. Let's make a cheesecake base, shall
Okay,
we?
so we'll take a cheesecake base. We'll put it in.
Yeah.
We'll put it in this one. Let's just.
Yeah, it's all right to cross-contaminate. I don't think we're going to be eating it.
Well,
so,
you never know. You never know.
You never know.
Okay, digestives.
You just never know.
Biscuit bases, fantastic.
And this is how you make a cheesecake, isn't
Well,
it?
the funny thing is, and I'm sure some people will recognise this, many years ago when my mum used to make a cheesecake,
Yeah.
she used to put biscuits in a bag.
Yeah, and bowl and bash them all.
Hit it with a
I'm gonna
rolling
have to
pin.
hurry you because we're running out of time.
Hit it with a rolling pin. But look at that.
There it is.
There's your biscuit bases.
Whoops,
Absolutely
there it is.
fantastic. There you go.
I love that product so much, I really do. It's making me hungry. Actually, we've also got this amazing pizza oven, which every time I see the cheese mill, I keep thinking about making a fresh pizza. Anyway, if you happen to make a bit of a mess, not to worry, because we have the solution for you. But before we go back to it, can I just please again say, this is apparently the job of a presenter these days, it's to say check out your baskets. Because again, you know,
people work in different ways. Websites work in different ways. Our website, if you put something in your basket, then it's not reserved, it's not held, it's not sort of set aside for you. It's just like with Amazon. If the product is required for a paying customer, then it will come out of your basket and it will be sold to that paying customer. And when you go to check out, it will say sold out. I mean, look, again, you're intelligent people. You realise this. I mean, about a third of a massive, huge stock. I mean, we literally brought in thousands of these so we can have extra shows. So it's been very, very, very busy tonight. So please do check out. I'll be honest with you, there's no danger whatsoever of the sweepies running out tonight. None. There is a danger of the window cleaner, the Aqua Clean, and also the cheese mill selling out tonight. So the Aqua Clean, now we're down to only a third of the stock left. And how's the cheese mill? About the same, or is that a bit more of that? About a quarter of that gone. We got some extra. We got some extra stock of the cheese mill. I didn't realise. Apologies. But the point is, when you get it at home, all three of these items, they're all must-haves. They're all sort of household essentials, and you can get the whole lot for 80 quid. Stick that on your credit or your debit card, or if you want to PayPal Pay in interest-free over 3 months, you can do that as well. But they'll save you money in the long run. It's the old only fools and horses joke about Trigger's broom, isn't it? I've had this for 20 years. I've only replaced the head and the handle 14 times or whatever, or the head 5 times and the handle 6, whatever the exact quote is. This, you will never have to replace this. It's guaranteed for 5 years minimum. And by the way, that doesn't mean that after 5 years that it suddenly disintegrates. It'll keep on going. You'll get potentially, depends how much you use it and how much you punish it. But remember, not only can you use this indoors on all your hard surfaces, but also you can use it outdoors as well. Patio furniture. You can use it on your patios itself, your paving slabs, your crazy paving, your decking, concrete even. This is it's like a mass industrial squeegee. If you hose down the inside of your garage, then again you can squeegee it all out onto the street. You could even, they used to do in LA for some reason, they'd even hose down the outside, the pavement outside in the street.
Yeah, that's right.
But then it becomes slippery for a while, but this is a great way to dry it off. So Luke once again is here, Luke Campbell, and this is the thing that really is just so impressive about this, the hair.
The carpet on the hair, that's it. So whether you've got pets, dogs and cats, short piles, deep pile, a rug or a runner, it creates that great electrostatic charge, which just brings all the hair straight up to the surface. Not only that, rejuvenates the pile, brings the pile looking nice and plush again, instead of it just looking flat. Which sometimes it does after a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
So you can just see the hair there that I've just lifted up. You could literally just pick that up, you could vacuum it if you wanted to. We'll leave that there for a second.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is, there's a little button just on the front there where my finger is.
Yeah.
If we press this little button, it's going to turn it into this amazing handheld. So yes, we can use it in the boot of the car, which is great if you've been taking the dog out, and you've got all the hairs from the dogs in the boot of the car. You can use it on upholstery, beds, sofas, mattresses.
Can I just
armchairs.
ask, while you're doing that, can I just ask Sam, is Sam around, to see if in the kitchen there's any mustard and ketchup? Is that all right, Luke? I'm thinking about making a mess. Is that okay?
You can go for it. You make a
Sorry,
mess.
please, I didn't mean to interrupt.
You're all right. So, as I say, short pile, deep pile, it could just be rug, a runner, and that's the hair that it's going to collect. So whether it's the short hairs, the long hairs, it doesn't matter. I love the fact that we can take it straight to the stairs. All right, so just as a handheld like this, on the staircase, what we can do is we can do this rise. Look me bringing that hair up to the surface.
If you've got kids, daughters who've got, or spouses who have long hair, again, I think this would be a must-have.
Yeah, that's right. And it doesn't matter, like I say, what type of surface you want to use it on. Whether you want to use it on tiles, slate, ceramic, marble, Antico, Cardine, a soft cushion floor like lino just for dust. Maybe you just want to use it underneath a sofa, the bed, the TV stand, an armchair, it doesn't matter. All these dust fibres get collected. You know, if you're an asthmatic, we've used a traditional brush or broom, what happens?
Oh, it flicks it all up in the air, doesn't it?
All
Yeah,
the dust
yeah.
up into the air. Maybe you suffer with hay fever and things like that.
Do you know, if you've got hard floors, I have hard floors throughout my whole house, and the thing about hard floors is they don't tend to get dusty per se on the surface. The dust collects into dust bunnies.
Well, what about a spill?
Well, can we do something? Can I push it to the limit? Because I'm always over the top.
Go on.
Little spilt milk, if you would, please, sir. And then I think a dash, or do you mind a dash of barbecue sauce going on?
No.
Sam, please, would you bring forth the barbecue sauce? This is unrehearsed. I'm throwing this. So a little
sauce.
dollop of, this is my little floor recipe, a dollop of the old barbecue, so lovely. Do you know what will really complete that little motif? Nice little egg in the centre.
In the centre?
Yeah, shall I
In the
take that?
centre.
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah, I
very
think
much.
So, yeah.
Lovely. Ready? Right in the centre?
Poof!
Oh, look at that.
It's a
you
Jackson
couldn't
Pollock.
have got any better than that for the centre, right?
No,
So
and
we
you
have
didn't even
got-
break the yolk.
So you imagine now you'd have an armful of kitchen towel, those J-cloths, they don't really work.
Oh, yeah.
What we could do in literally
But you've got a little
seconds
splatter
with a
as
sweet
well.
peas,
Look.
swipe straight through. It doesn't matter what type of surface, as I say, whether it's a tiled floor, slate, ceramic, marble, antico, cardine, and the
Yeah.
best bit is this. All that sticky residue is now gone.
And all the little
blade.
splatters around the edge, yeah.
All we simply do,
Yeah.
into some water, quick rinse off, maybe you just want to use your favourite antibacterial wipe,
Yeah.
and literally just give it a simple wipe, and look,
And off it comes.
all of it goes.
Now, I'd probably, as you say, I'd probably give it a spritz.
So let's give it a
of your,
spritz.
just because it's got food,
Yeah.
and food can go
Any
off. So you
antibacterial spray, just
Yeah.
give it a quick spritz.
don't necessarily have to do that. You
Let it sit there for a second, let it do its
Yeah,
job, kill
yeah,
the germs,
yeah.
etc., and then literally take it. And look, you can see, we bring that forward,
yeah.
you can see it, all the
You
dirty
can make
water.
shapes. I definitely think artists could use this on canvas.
Canvases, yeah. Any type of flooring, really. So, yeah, like you said, if you are an artist and you spilt paint, you know,
Yeah.
great for that job.
Or use it to do your painting.
Yeah. As I say, the deckings outside, so you're not slipping.
Yeah.
The bathroom wall tiles, you could just literally walk into your big shower area, give it all a blitz with your favourite cleaner.
Yeah.
It might not even be dirty, Rob.
No.
You know, it might even be
That's
dry.
what I was going to say.
you know?
Instead of using a mop.
Just want to just give everywhere a quick spruce and a quick...
Because it's
clean.
not moving the germs around. It's,
You know,
it's
it collects
Yeah.
everything. So you're not just moving it and spreading it around, you're physically cleaning it. All right. And as I say, it doesn't matter if
Sorry.
you use it wet.
was
It
the
doesn't
chair.
matter if we use them dry as well. So, like I said, I love the fact that anything that gets stuck down the edges, this could be against the skirting board in the kitchen. Maybe you've spilt some sugar. That's the worst one, the sugar granules. They stick to everything. If anything sticks to it, remember, rinse it off. It's as
Rinse it
simple
off.
as that.
Yeah.
The way we've designed it, it's the first ever bristleless broom. So it's super strong, super flexible. There's nothing to bend. There's nothing to buckle. Okay, there's no bristles to go a funny
Are there
shape.
any contraindications in terms of, you shouldn't use it above a certain temperature in water?
No, fine in boiling
So
water.
absolutely
which
boiling water,
You
no
could put this in a dishwasher to sanitise it if you really wanted to.
Oh, well, really?
You know. I'm not saying you would, but you could.
you could.
It wouldn't damage it in any way, shape or form. So whether we use this on concrete, whether we use this on concretes,
I can imagine
whether
you could
use
use
it on
this to spread chocolate if you were a chocolatier. I mean, like you see them using similar sort of devices.
So, I mean, literally,
in the kitchen.
use it on everything and everything. So, use it for cleaning down the car, the caravans.
You could use it to
okay?
spread sauce on
Your
giant.
motorhomes, on the flooring, it can be tiled, slate, ceramic, marble, real wood, wood laminate, a short pile, a deep pile, the rug, the runner. It could be a shag pile, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you go with the pile, against the pile. You can go in any direction that you want, all right?
Yeah.
It
you can
just
even
works.
use it if you've got piles.
Honestly, folks, it just works. You'll use this sweepies every day of the week, every single week of the year for one job or a next. It's just so simple. Lightweight as well, weighs under £1, not like a big, heavy, bulky vacuum cleaner. Remember, if you're on the stairs and you don't want to bend over, use it in conjunction with the handle. You can use it on the staircase, okay? And look, there's all that hair just there.
Do you know what just occurred to me, Luke?
Go on, Rob.
So look, we all know that we all vacuum.
Yep.
So we all spend at least £100 or so,
Yep.
you know, a decent amount of money on a vacuum, which sits in the cupboard most of the time, except for maybe once
Most
a
of the
week
time.
or whatever. This, you will have it out almost every day. I'm convinced of it.
Yeah,
I really
for
am.
one job or the
And
next.
yes, you'll still need to vacuum. We're not saying this is going to stop you from having to vacuum your floors and things, but it'll cut down on the amount of vacuuming you've got to do. I love it just for safety, because I've almost killed myself 3 times in the bathroom slipping on the floor when I got out of the shower.
Yeah, that's right.
And there's just a quick squeegee down on this before I start walking around on the tiles.
And remember, if you want to, let's just say you've used it for squeegeeing down all the bathroom tiles, etc., from the top to the bottom, and the wardrobe, then you might have the shower screen. Sat there with all that excess water on, you don't want to get them water spots, just take your sweepies, literally top to bottom, pull it down. Oh, excuse me, make sure
But
I'm on the
also,
glass.
it could be the mirror on your, you know, your what do you call it? Your vanity.
Yeah, your vanity mirrors and things
Mirrors
like
and
that.
things like that, yeah.
Shower door, as I say, shower screen, car windscreen. It could be outside on
If you've got
glass
shop,
coffee tables.
Use it on the glass on your shop.
Garden furniture
Yeah.
too. And it literally, you know, it just takes a second to use, a second to wash up and clean. The broom doesn't miss a trick. It doesn't miss a thing. So whether we've got the fine crumbs, whether we've got the glass, yeah, or whether we've got
An egg.
or
Or two. Or 3.
and you know,
Oh. Can I just say, I'm letting you do that.
that's a bad one, that one.
Yeah. I just made that
So
up.
remember,
Terrible.
it doesn't matter what surface. Like I said, whether we're just picking up crumbs in the kitchen that someone spilled, whether we've got a nasty damage or breakage where you're worried about people walking on or hurting their feet on, remember, nothing's left behind every time. And for anything that's nasty and stuck on and oil-based, remember, it's a quick
Just gets
sweep.
rid of it. Why are eggs like fighter jets?
And remember, just spray it down.
He's not even going to... Just
Go on, go on. Why
Just
do you
gonna
like
ignore
fighter
me.
jets? Go on.
Because they both can be scrambled.
Oh, because they both can be scrambled.
I made that up just then. I thought that was quite clever, that one. No?
Was that all yours, that one?
Oh, yeah, I just made it up.
I like it. I like it. Rob's book of jokes.
Let's scramble a jet. You scramble a jet. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah. So yeah, quick, simple and easy. As I say, doesn't matter if we use it on dry spills, wet spills. There you go, you maybe see the milk a little bit more. Oh.
Oh, my... I think that milk might have seen better days.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's ice.
I was a little bit worried
Oh,
myself.
my
then.
God,
I
it's
thought,
got an alien in it.
What's that?
It's a lump of ice.
But
okay.
yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. You'll be able to see the sweepies. I mean, look, I'll just cut straight through there. You can see where we've gone it. And look, already, folks, watch this. It's practically dry to the touch.
Yeah, it really is.
It really is dry to the touch already. And literally...
Well, there you go. A couple of seconds. It was a light film.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It takes a second to pick up and use, a second to wash up and clean. You can just squeegee wet spills, dry spills, nasty spills, all off your floors. And as I say, you can also use it just dry as a sweeper. You know, wet hair, dog hair, crumbs, fluff, fibre. You'll see the really fine, dusty hair there. So if anyone owns a salon, a dog grooming, honestly, it's worth its weight in gold. You'll use it every day of the week, every week of the year for one job or the next. It's super lightweight, a 5-year blade warranty guarantee. And remember, you've got 3 colours now to choose from, not just the one. Like last week, now you've got all 3. You've got this lovely grey.
Someone's bound to ask, does the colour make any difference in terms of...
No, so whether you like the grey,
No,
the red.
I was asked once, or one of my colleagues was asked when
they
we were...
all work in exactly the same way.
I'll tell you later.
As I say, whether we use them on a short pile, deep pile, rug.
The red is more likely to get the kids having a go.
Oh, runner.
I would think.
Yeah, choose it for your favourite football team, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it. You know, you just use them. That's the great thing about over things like a big bulky vacuum, which are great machines.
Yeah, yeah.
Got to use the Dyson, a Henry, or something like that. Great
You can use
machines.
them
We're
and
not here to
abuse them,
say
but also-
anything bad about them.
What I love is, like with a mop, you use a mop.
Yep.
And you put it back in the cupboard and it's soaking and it stinks, and
Yeah.
you use a broom. You couldn't use a broom for half the things we're using this for here.
Yeah.
Again, you've got to shake it out. It gets dusty, it gets dirty. The bristles start to sort of to curl and split.
Well,
with this, it just keeps on going.
we couldn't have used the bristles for the egg and barbecue that we did.
No, no.
Yeah. We wouldn't have used the bristles on the glass and the milk. You might have used it on the glass, but you would have gone over it with a vacuum.
For sure.
And there's one thing I know you'll never ever use a normal broom on.
Well, can you use the
Let's
broom?
try it.
See if it'll work. on
Let's
hair.
see. Let's get this hair in.
You've got two brooms there that we would call traditional sort of brooms. And again, not just carpet, but also your upholstery as well. Your bedding, if your cat or your dog lies on your bed.
I mean,
It gets some.
so I'm just pushing it around. And then that's the other
But how'd
issue.
you get it out the how'd you get it out of the
How
bristles?
out of here.
Can you see the end of the bristles? Drop it. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, what do you do with that now?
So now you need a brush to clean a brush.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Let's show you what it did miss.
Rather a lot.
Yeah.
I actually thought for a minute, oh no, don't. It's working as well as the, but no, not even close.
Not even close, because that one can't create static.
But that's the thing, you think it did, because it looked like it did, because the colour of the carpet changed. But there was still a ton of hair left in the carpet that it had missed.
And here's the difference. I don't need a brush to clean a brush. Nice and clean.
Yeah, rinse it under
Disgusting.
the tap.
It takes literally a second to pick up and use. This one belongs in one place. We know where it belongs. It can stay there for all I care. This is the
Look.
real way to sweep.
Fair's fair.
And it doesn't
Technology
matter.
changes, innovations are made, things
Yeah.
improve. This is Brush 2.0.
Listen, we're taking you out the 1980s and we're bringing you back into the
To the 2080s.
into the proper century. You know what I mean?
yeah. And it's so simple. It's, you know what, often the best inventions are the simplest.
That's right.
Yeah.
When I saw it for the very first time, I was like, that just makes sense.
Well, do you know, I mean, this a credit to you. So Luke runs a business. Basically, it's like an import-export business. They source innovative products, and they then get the rights to sell them. And in this case, the exclusive rights here.
Yeah,
So,
exclusive.
or they will buy the patents and manufacture them themselves. They're not going to get. Do you know how much that costs to get a patent, or to even to make molds to design a product? Do you manufacture that, or is that?
Well, we did that with the slicer.
The slicer,
Yeah,
right?
so the slicer's
yes.
ours. We've got
Right.
a global patent on it, so it can't be copied.
And do you know how much it costs just to
I do indeed,
buy-
yeah.
It's tens. I mean, this man is not going to put all of his hard-earned money and time and effort into doing all of that if he didn't think he was backing a winner.
Yeah, well,
Right.
that's it. And not only that, you know, some of these products, they're new to the UK,
Right.
but not new
Yeah.
actually, you know,
the rest-
in
other
the
parts
rest
of
of
the
the parts of the
world.
world.
Yeah,
So,
sure.
you know, there is something very, very similar out in the States and Canada with this.
Sure.
It's been going over for 2 years and they've sold
Oh yeah. Well, I'd
in
imagine
the
billions.
millions.
Yeah, yeah.
Not, you know, not just one
Yeah,
or two,
yeah,
in
yeah.
the millions.
Yeah.
And that's just because it's such a great, easy idea.
Because when a product works, a product works.
Exactly. When I first saw this product, I was at a show in Canada,
Yeah.
and I was stood there watching it, and I just was, my jaw was on the
Yeah,
ground.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
literally like everyone else. The only reason I
Hand
didn't
signs
buy one is
rolling around
because
in your eyes.
I had to fly back to England, and I couldn't really get it with me.
Oh, really?
And plus all the other products that I had to
Yeah.
bring home at the time. But yeah, I mean, it's something that you genuinely will use every day of the week, every week of the year. Whether you're a righty or a lefty, it doesn't matter. I'm a righty, you could be a lefty, but you're just going to cut through.
And it's so light. I mean,
Every
by the
little
way,
bit
it
of
is
dust.
ridiculously light, the aluminium handle. And by the way, I apologise for neglecting to mention this again, recently. You get the sweepies, and that is normally £30 on, there you are, £30 on the WHS website. But there's also the Sweepies Pro, also £30 on the WHS website. So you're getting both. We're giving you the Sweepies Pro a £30 value for absolutely nothing. Nil nada niente nichivor. It is a complimentary gift on us when you buy this now. And not only, you're not even paying £30 for one of these tonight, you're only paying 20. So we're giving you 33 1/3% off and giving you another broom essentially absolutely for nothing. And this one is slightly different, the Pro. You can see that it's on an angle. It doesn't have an adjustable head. It has a sort of it has reinforced ribbing. And it is slightly more flexible, as well as also having 4 of the what do you call them?
The blades.
The blades. 4 blades.
Yeah, so it's quad bladed.
Quad bladed.
Yeah, quad.
So that means it's really good for wet, and particularly if you really want to kind of get, you know, put
The
really
pressure
hot.
on.
I mean, you can
really flexible.
Look at that. You can really put the pressure on that.
Yeah.
I mean, I love them both. They both do. You can use them both for the same jobs, but that one I think is a slightly better mousetrap for wet.
Better one for wet, yeah. So like I said,
Yeah,
you know, any wet spill, you can just see there.
And there it is.
It is so much better for the wet spills. But yeah, I mean, it's up to you which one you want to use.
Well, it doesn't matter. You don't have to choose because you get them both. So basically, you're really saving £40 essentially. But you've got to check out, it's massive stock tonight. It's just been an absolute gangbuster. Please also, the cheese mill proving extraordinarily popular as always. Please check out your basket on that. And also you've got your aqua clean, which we're going to come back to in a moment. Any chance we can throw in, I was going to say the video of the grater again, but that's all right, we've got this one instead. That's all right, don't matter, it's all good. This is 174,500. If you've never shopped with us before, by the way, if you're brand new as a viewer, we are your late night shopping show on ITV1 and STV. This Shop on TV is a partnership directly with ITV1 and STV. And so you can trust that essentially, you know, we are on ITV1 and STV's airwaves by their good grace, or by the grace of them. So, you know, we are under incredibly strict controls, quality controls, and, you know, and things like advertising standards and what have you. So we have to be very, very careful, about what products we present, but also that they are presented with honesty, integrity and trust. And I want you to have that complete peace of mind and confidence of knowing that when you buy from us, your money's safe. There is probably not a more closely monitored retail or transactional buying window than here, or body or organisation or company or whatever, than us. So you really, honestly and truly can buy with confidence, always, 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 every single night. We're here every single night from midnight to 3 AM. Sometimes we'll start a little later, or a few minutes after midnight, as we were tonight. Sometimes we're a little earlier. But every night we have something different. We strive to bring you the best products, must-have items, luxury goods, big brands, and those are growing. They're becoming more and more people are coming on board. You know, we started this venture we went live in December, and only had, I think it was 6 weeks. 6 weeks we set it all up in. So yes, they seem distant days now. But just tune in before you go to bed every night at midnight. You never know what we might have, and it might be an amazing product like this, and certainly at an amazing price. Now, we're at a point where we're almost oversubscribed on the AquaClean. That means that of all of the number of them that we have left, they're already in baskets, which means if everyone were to check out now, it would be sold out, or more close to sold out. So that also means they're in danger, because there's nothing to say that everybody who's got it in their basket isn't going to check out. I don't think this is something I would necessarily put in my basket just to remind me to buy it later. You know, this is something I'm thinking about. I want it now. You know, we always quote 5 to 7 working days here at Shop, or is it 3 to 5? Do we do 3 to 5 or 5 to 7? I can't remember. But anyway, generally speaking, you get your products within a few days. 3 to 5. It's late. the point I'm trying to make is that you'll have this delivered directly to your door within literally a couple of days. And what is it, Friday today? So it'll go out Monday morning. Monday morning, yeah? Monday morning. You'll have it in a couple of days, and then you can be benefiting from it. So, Luke, over to you. Show us why this is, as they say, a better mousetrap.
Well, let's do it. Let's show you on a dirty window. So remember, the beautiful thing about the AquaClean is anyone can use it, okay? So it doesn't matter if you are left-handed, right-handed, okay? So kids with sticky fingerprints, cats and dogs, maybe the odd wet nose mark, mucky paw prints. This could just be a greenhouse. You just might just want to clean the dust on the inside of the windows, you know? It might not even be the outside of dirty. People say to me all the time, I employ a window cleaner. That's great. As I always say though, if the inside is dirty, whether you employ a window cleaner for the outside, it's pointless if the inside's dirty.
True.
Because it's still going to look, you know, not clean.
Yeah.
So we're just using a bit of washing up liquid. You can use any type, any brand. There's no specific brand, or you can just use a fancy chemical. Maybe you want to use a touch of Blue Magic on the windows. Ooh. You know. I know someone that's got some of that here.
I was going to say, I think they're actually coming back next week.
Ah. Yeah.
I've got a feeling it might even be Sunday night or Monday night.
I think I know the gentleman that's doing it.
I think you do as well, yeah, John.
Yeah,
met John before, have you?
Once or twice, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So
apparently from the same womb, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right.
Sunday night
into Monday.
Sunday. Fab.
So
I'll be with Shaylee because I'm off Sunday.
Use the AquaClean with your Blue Magic. Remember, it doesn't matter what surface you want to use it on, whether it's a tiled surface, whether you want to use it on just the window, the mirror, it could be the bodywork of a car, boat, motorhome. If you can't access or reach the window or the area that you want to clean, just give it a twist to the left. That's going to loosen the pole. Take your extension pole. Little twist to the right, and that locks it straight back on. And left to loosen, right to tighten the pole, and it'll extend. Now at this height, what it's really handy for, when you reach up at arm's length, you'll get to about 2.5 to 3 meters. So you will be able to reach the inside of your conservatory roof. Yeah. I love it for that job, because what it prevents is all the water running down my arm. Now when you use it on a mirror, mirrors always magnify the dirt or the streaks, the smears, the marks. There's nothing worse than waking up in the morning, having a cup of tea. You look out the window, the sun hits it in a certain light, and you see everything. Yeah. Absolutely everything. Now remember, with your AquaClean, it doesn't matter as well where you stop and start on the glass. So let's just say, for argument's sake, the phone rang now, and we had to nip inside and answer the phone. We could leave that. We don't have to worry about where we start, where we stop, because we can go back to it. Because it's made out of silicone, you will never get that streak, smear, or the dreaded line mark.
And you're going slowly, but you can go quickly.
Yeah, you can go. You pick a pace that suits you. If you want to go nice and slow, you go nice and slow. If you know that you've got 20 windows to clean and you need to clean them in the next 20 minutes, you can go that fast, because you can do it. One large window this size, or let's say a couple of big patio and conservatory doors. You can have it cleaned
with church windows
and dried, streak and smear free.
And it'll work on
putting
stained
a towel
glass,
down.
Yeah.
Without using any more wet, smelly, soggy cloths, and you're going to put all that water back in the drain.
Got a question for you.
Yeah.
What about leaded windows?
Leaded light windows on the out or the in, it doesn't matter.
Will it go over the lead then?
It will go over the lead because it's a flexible blade. So that's what we mean by frosted or patterned. The patterned ones are really obscured, bubbly.
Right.
Like if you've got like a patio or a frosted glass window, are normally where? In the bathroom. A lot of people have the frosted glass windows in the bathroom.
Because you actually get the applicator that you can see there along with the microfiber cloth. You get the short handle, the long handle. You get obviously the AquaClean itself, and you get the mini AquaClean.
One of my favourite ones to use.
Oh, God, if you wash the window, you know, sometimes if you're on the motorway, you get bugs all over your window, and you stop off at the petrol station and wash it down. This will dry it off perfectly before you set off.
What I love about the mini is you could use it on your kitchen countertops. That's number one. You could use it on the tiles, anywhere you take it. Look, it's small. I'm going to go straight through the centre. and I guarantee that centre,
Yeah, dry.
bone dry instantly. And you'll never get that rainbow haze, that fog.
Right.
You know, sometimes you do get it on certain things. And use that little one everywhere. I mean, I've got a couple of them now. I took one in the car for the car windscreen. My wife, she likes one in
One
the
in
shower
each
room.
shower, yeah.
That's it. You know that one just tucked at the side of the shower?
Yeah.
Every time you've had a shower, literally just take off all that excess
We'll have to
water.
get those individually because I bet people would want those, or a pack of 2 or something. You know?
Yeah, we need to. We're going to start getting onto that soon.
Yeah,
Don't you
yeah,
worry
yeah,
about that.
yeah.
And yeah, it's just a fast, simple, and easy way. And as I say, it doesn't matter where you want to use it. So, you know, you can stop, start, where you like. You got no more steps, no more ladders.
Yeah.
You know, hanging up and out the window. You just open the window. It doesn't matter if the window is a top opener, side opener, or an old-fashioned sash window. That way you've always got access. And again, just empty it out.
Just empty it out.
And it doesn't matter if you empty it to the right or to the left. That bit's up to you. I'm just so used to tipping it out that way.
Well, people are checking out very quickly. All stock is now spoken for. In fact, we're oversubscribed basically, so there are more people trying to order it than we have stock available. So the prudent thing to do, and the advice I would give you, is to check out now. Just because there is a risk now, a very real risk that you will miss out. Now look, we'll get it back. We couldn't get the stock back for the show tonight, but we'll try again in the future. But it might be a week or two before we get
a
it
little
back.
bit longer than that with
Yeah,
this,
longer-
Rob.
oh,
Yeah,
is it
it will be
really?
a little bit longer than that, I'll be honest with you.
So last chance for a few weeks.
For a few weeks,
A few
yeah.
weeks, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want it, otherwise you're going to miss it. But you take that chance. That's not my decision to make. You do you, baby.
You do you, yeah. Basically, after the show, probably about 3 to 4 weeks before we've got some more coming straight back, because we've been ever so busy with this.
These will be so great around Christmas time.
Well, the thing is, you've got you guys have had the exclusive with the window cleaner, with the slicer, and now the sweet
so you
peas.
can't buy these anywhere else?
Anywhere else. I mean, you can purchase them on the website.
Right, on your website?
Oh, yeah, of course you can.
Yeah.
But apart from that, not a
Nowhere
shop.
else.
Nowhere. Nidder. Nish. Nothing. You, me, that's it. That's
Amazing.
all.
Well, good. I'm glad.
And
probably
you
what
actually
they're
get
so
the better deal here.
No.
If you went to our website, it's a lot more money. Do you know what I mean? So,
and we give you extra stuff as well.
yeah, you get the extras. Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
get all this through me as well. So you really do get, you know, the exclusive with Shop on TV. Not only that, you get all the fabulous deals, and you get to shop with confidence.
Yeah. Again, dispatched directly to your door. You'll have it within a few days. And remember that the WHS are always about happy customers.
Yeah.
So this, you know, listen, we have a refund policy at Shop on TV. I'm going to be honest, it's pretty basic, but I know that individual suppliers themselves are always, if they are confident in their product, keen to offer a money-back guarantee. And I know you follow that, don't you?
5-year blade warranty
5-year
as well.
blade warranty
I think
as well.
you know, on most products you're looking at 12 to 24 months on guarantees.
Yeah.
When do you ever get 5 years on anything? That's the broom, the slicer, everything that comes with us. Yeah, and you know, literally, we're happy to help. We're over the phone, so please don't hesitate. If you have any questions, or if you want to see how something works, you need anything answering, just drop us an email, drop us a phone call, and
they're real people.
Yeah.
And good people. We only work with good people here at Shop on TV. You know, when we started this company, this venture with ITV, we decided, because we're a very small team, that we'd stay a small team. We'd only ever employ people that were absolutely necessary, rather than having unnecessary. Only employ people who were necessary, rather, instead of having unnecessary boffins. But also, the number one rule here is that this company is no politics. If we get anyone in here who's a bad egg and causes a ruckus, you know, they don't stick around.
That's it. They're gone.
Well, they're not asked to stick around. Yeah.
That's it. And you know, I'm one of these. If I want to use it, I want to sell it. Do you know what I mean? If I don't, if it's not something I'd use at home, it's not something that I want to put my name to. Do you know what I mean?
And it's such an honest profession. I mean, this man Luke and his brother John, you know, years and years and years of pounding the pavement, or as it were, at the Ideal Home Show and all around the NEC, you know, all around the country, and it, you know, it's just incredible. I used to love going to the Ideal Home Show and seeing all the demonstrators.
Too many years in that.
Too many years, I know. It was one of the highlights, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a great venue. And
Apparently it's not the same anymore as it used to be.
It's not got the same effect as back when it was at Earl's Court, but it's still a good venue.
Oh, is it not at Earl's Court anymore?
No, it's now at Olympia, but still a great venue. But
yeah.
You know, when you're so used to a venue like Earl's Court.
Yeah, I used to go a lot. The presenters at the First Shopping Channel would often go up there to meet our viewers, and
yeah, exactly. That's it.
Happy days. Happy days.
And
met a lot of people from there, and of course I was lucky to have worked in America, so that I worked with a lot of the infomercial greats.
Well, same.
Yeah.
I was the same. So I've been lucky, you know, been out there, seen a lot of faces, the same people.
I know some of them actually became big in America after I worked with them here.
Listen, here's one for you. When I was very younger, like I was about 16, and I walked around the Ideal Home Show, and you know, ever guess who I stood there watching?
Ron Popeil?
No, she's a lovely lady. She comes here most times. She presents when you're not presenting. Hayley.
Oh, Hayley!
Yes, Mrs. Hayley.
Do you know? No, that's I met.
And when I was young, I was about 16, 17. I used to watch Hayley. She used to have these big, massive crowds doing her Interfloor, and I used to stand there just mesmerised by Hayley.
I met Sean and Hayley one year. I bumped into them at the Ideal Home Show because they also were working with Tefal.
Tefal.
Do you remember Annette Baker-Malpass?
Yeah.
Tefal. Her and John.
And I remember the mirror.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And apparently they said to me they were quite nervous because they knew me from I was on the telly, and so they were quite nervous to meet me because at that point they hadn't been on the telly. And I just thought, how crazy is that? You know.
No.
And now now we're together.
Now
the tables have turned.
I know, it was the same for me when I came in last week and Hayley was presenting. I said to Hayley, I said, you know, when I was younger, I used to watch you, and she's like, oh, bless you. I said, that's where we get it from.
I know.
I said, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here.
Oh,
we've got to take all the credit. Yeah, well, anytime.
Do you know the best thing? Actually, it's probably not a story. If I tell the story on the air, even though it's true, someone will get upset, so I won't tell. I'll tell you privately.
Yeah.
But it was something a viewer said to me very, very kindly at a customer appreciation function we had at you know, the first place I worked. And just the things people used to say that were just amazing, really kind. And I'll tell you this one thing later. So I can't share it. It's to do with an illness, and if I mention it, it's going to. When you have this job, it doesn't matter what you say. You're going to upset somebody. I could say the sky is blue, and I probably just offended somebody.
Yeah.
So you know, I'm
purple, Rob.
Yeah, of course it is.
So remember, with the AquaClean, it's the fastest way to clean, dry and polish all your windows. Streak and smear free. Anyone can use it, whether you're a lefty or a righty. It's seconds to do. Seconds.
You've got to check out. You've got to check out. Because if you don't, you might miss out. So we're almost out of time. What a day, what a day, what a night, what a week. So I'm with you tonight again. It's my last night now. Unfortunately, we are on a little bit later on at 1:30. So we're actually going to do some wonderful kitchen products for you, which you may not have seen, including I believe the pizza oven. I'm not sure if that's on the show or not. But anyway, so just come join me anyway. We'll always, like a good egg, we'll have a right old crack. 1:30 a.m. tonight, or technically tomorrow morning, but you know what I mean. And also a quick reminder of the cheese mill, but it's not just for cheese, it's for cheese and so much more. Cheese is its first purpose. So there we've got some red Leicester and some cheddar. You pop it in, you put the lid on, you turn it. It ain't rocket science, ladies and gentlemen. It is very easy to use. It's great if you have arthritis, manual dexterity issues, weak wrists, that sort of thing, because you've got a big area to grip and it doesn't require a lot of strength. It comes with a coarse and a fine blade. This is the fine blade that is specifically for Parmesan, but also you can use the fine blade for chocolates and biscuits and all manner of other things as well. So perfect Parmesan every single time. And the great thing is you can keep the Parmesan in the cheese mill and put the cheese mill in the fridge, because it also has an airtight storage cap that you can see just there to the right of the cheese. This is fresh bread with some crackers, and that's how to make breadcrumbs, basically. That was previously, obviously. These are M&Ms and Oreos, but you can use whatever candies you fancy. And these are perfect, of course, for topping off your ice creams, your cakes, your various confections. You can chop your nuts in this, again, also for baking, perfect, but also for, I'm trying to think, again, yeah, top of ice creams. Nuts on ice cream, that's usual, isn't it? Any kind of nut you can think of. And here we have it. Now, this really surprised me, this egg. That's one of the things that most people in this country use this for. We do love an egg sandwich, don't we, or an egg salad. This, instead of having to cook up a batch of boiled eggs, you can just have a few. You can literally do egg mayonnaise for one or for two, you know, and it's light, it's fluffy, it's airy, just a little bit of seasoning, and you're ready to go. And here we have some digestives, because a little bit of butter in that, and you've got your cheesecake base. You can do your toppings, your bases, your crumbles, obviously any cheese, as long as it's a reasonably hard cheese, medium soft or medium hard to hard. So you wouldn't put your Dairy Lee in there. And I did ask about mozzarella, but apparently that's a little bit too soft. It will work, but it'll come out a bit smushy. But you know, at the end of the day, try it for yourself. You can't really break it. I mean, don't put metal in there. It's not going to grate metal. But if there's something you want to see if it'll work on, try it. Otherwise, it will grate anything that you know, essentially, it is possible to grate. But you can store it. It's a storage as well. And that's the other thing I like about it. And that's why I always recommend you get a couple, because you can have one for the fridge, and then you can have one that's just for room temperature, or you could have one for sweet, one for savoury. You know, one for maybe if you've got particularly pungent foods, if you do a lot of garlic or onion or something like that. Great for stir fries. So it's great for cooking, baking, omelettes, pizza toppings, you name it. It's cakes. Phenomenal. I suppose cakes would technically come under the baking banner, wouldn't they? 20, it's a pony. Stick a pony in my pocket. I'll get the suitcase from the van. If you want the best uns, don't ask questions, because brother, we your men. Only Fools and Horses, that. John, yeah, it's a mystery. We know where ours comes from.
Yeah, we do actually.
Yeah, we do. That's why I stopped.
We'll make a bit of a mess.
John Sullivan wrote that. Yeah.
A little bit of crumbs there. Oh, another thing we forgot to mention, Rob. I can't believe we forgot to mention this. You know, by the way, if anyone's got a holiday home in Spain, it's left to loosen, right to tighten. Press the button. That's what it's going to pack away to. Put this in your bag. Take it away to Spain with you. Any type of like holiday home that you may have.
You've cleft it in twain. Yeah,
literally. Takes a second to assemble, so it's locked in.
How did you do the middle bit again?
Left to loosen, right to tighten. Yeah. And that's it.
Is that how it comes?
So 1, 2, 3 pieces.
Is that how you send it to people?
Yeah. So literally, it can take seconds for them to set up when they get it home.
I know that.
Just makes it really nice and easy. Breaks down really small. So if you are a cleaner that goes to maybe someone else's house, you're not just cleaning your own house. It's going to fit in the boot of the car, etc. Mobile hairdressers, they can collapse them down too, nice and small. The same if you're a mobile like pet groomer. You know, it's going to fit into all the nooks and crannies.
Painter decorator.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine that in like the in the van. Takes up very little space. Dead nice and flat. Rinse the blade off.
I remember when when I was a kid, we had our walls Artex.
Yeah, Artex was.
And it was that fine powder that was sort of residue everywhere. This is great for fine residue.
Well, look, even just for that fine hair.
Yeah.
Now, let's go to the carpet. This carpet looks quite clean now. We've been doing it quite a lot this evening. I've really tried to get the hair in there as well. And as you can see, you wouldn't even know that there was any hair on this carpet at the minute.
No,
we'll just do a very small area, and we're going to kick it across this white floor.
Oh my gosh,
so short, sharp little strokes is the secret.
I thought that was
that just creates a static charge, and that's what's going to lift the hair out the fibres of your carpet. As I say, it doesn't matter if it's a short pile, a deep pile, a rug, a runner. Honestly, and it doesn't matter if we go with the pile, it doesn't matter if we go against it.
Do you know, at the end of the day, Luke, it's you know, it's not rocket science.
No.
It's the simplest thing you can imagine, but as they are often the best, aren't they? Ladies and gentlemen at home, again, we're not using stunt hair, special magic carpet. There's no CGI or there are no special effects used in this broadcast. What you see is what you get. What you see, you will be able to do. There is no special technique. Luke hasn't gone to broom training school for years to do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
everyone can do it. Yeah,
but yeah,
I'd love to say we have the technology to do special effects.
Oh, I'll tell you what we'll do.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's do a couple more of these, just so you can see.
That's
this
a cracker.
nasty. Well, yeah, they say, you know, make a few omelettes, you got to break some eggs. All right, but we're gonna get that glass down there as well. Let's not cheat.
No.
Because glass is a nightmare. You ever spilt anything or broke anything like a wine glass? Yeah. The first thing you say, don't come in this room. Stay out there. That's the first
and
thing.
how many times
keep the dogs out.
How many times have you missed a bit and it's stuck in your foot?
Stuck, you're like, oh, you got that really little bit, So all you got to do is remember, just pull it towards you or push it away from you, whatever's easiest. Every fine crumb, nook, crammy, crevice, all gets collected. And look, that's how confident we are. Not one little bit is left behind. If we're doing anything nasty down there, like the egg, look, you could literally just
and that could be, I'm sorry to put you off your dinner or your breakfast, but it could be baby puke, it could be cat sick, dog poo.
Or what if you spilt your dinner? What do you normally do when you spill a dinner? What do you normally grab if you dropped your dinner on the floor?
Well, kitchen towel usually.
Just kitchen towels, just lots of it. It doesn't really do it. What you do now is you literally squeegee it all up into one pile and job done. And none of the nasty messes, sauces are everywhere.
Do you know the problem I have? So I'm forever trying to find the perfect mop for my bathroom because, you know, well, because you can, I get, the mop just moves hair around and I'm trying to capture all the hair.
All the hair?
Takes more time than anything else.
So
this, simple.
Even wet hair. We get some hair down there.
In fact, almost it's beneficial to make it wet. I could spray some stuff down and then squeegee it. I've got to get one of these.
So let's get all this wet hair down there. Look, that's not very nice. That'd be a nightmare to clean.
Yeah.
If you use a traditional mop, all that wet hair is just going to stick to what? The mop head.
Mop head,
and you never clean it off properly, do you?
No.
You know, it sticks to the fibres or the sponge. Yeah,
it takes me forever to literally, my bathroom floor's only about this square.
To kicking it.
Yeah, constantly.
Just constantly spinning and spinning and spinning. Listen, doesn't matter if we do wet hair, dry hair, every little bit of it, look at, gets collected.
March hair.
Done.
Bev hair.
That's it.
I'm still hair.
But you can use it, I mean, you will use it every day of the week, every week of the year.
But you can mop with it in a way.
The one job or the next. Yeah, of course you can.
I'm going to spray down with disinfectant and just go over the bathroom.
You can mop with it in a sense.
Yeah.
Sweep with it in a sense.
It's not going to soap up, obviously.
Glass with it too. I mean, for glass, if we just take this here as a handheld, a little bit of glass cleaner. You can use any brand. That bit's up to you. Literally wipe my blade, excuse me, it's got a bit of hair on it.
Well, we're out of time. You've got to check out.
Streak and smear free, instantly bone dry. You can see the difference. Just get yours today, guys. You're going to get the 2.
Not if you don't check out. If you don't, I mean, again, you don't go into a supermarket, fill up your trolley and then walk out the door.
No.
So, do you know what? I'm gonna come over here. There we are. Now I can actually stand without hazard or fear of fall or slip. Thank you, mate.
No, thank you.
Absolutely brilliant, as always. Brilliant products. You know, we've really and truly got into bed with this, man. Which camera are we on, by the way? Number 3, thank you. Because you have an eye for such great products that are very durable, and I'm really looking forward to. I know we can't say anything about what's coming up, can we?
We did. No, I think the guys know we've got a mop coming really soon.
Oh, is it a clever mop then?
No spinniness.
I've just been telling you about my mop.
No more spinniness, and we can guarantee no mould, mildew, or bacteria can grow on it.
What about in the sort of food preparation department?
Doesn't matter where you leave it. I'm saying no more.
Saying no more. Ooh. Thank you so much for watching. It's always a pleasure to present to you, ladies and gentlemen. We hope that you enjoy our little broadcast every night. We'll be back tonight. Again, it will, technically tomorrow morning, it will be 1:30 a.m. when we hit the airwaves, but we will be here live, like our good troopers that we are, till 3 a.m. So from everybody here, we shall see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Ta-ra.
Good night.